All right, well, I'm going live while you're doing that. Mark says first. Mark says first. Mark the Berg Hunter is already here.
He's a bird.
All right, let me make sure my microphone's working. Audio, is my mic working? It seems like it's working. Mark, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? All right. Cool. Yeah, I'm eating my cereals. I'm doing this.
Now, let me get me on the other computer too to make sure that I can. Can I see myself? Yes, you can hear me. Okay, good.
Hey, you can't do this bag. You can't do it all yourself. It's going to be in the 70s next week.
I just heard you say you got the cat food yourself, so yes, we're live. And you can hear me. All right, we are live and we can hear me. This is great, and I remembered to do it through StreamYard too, Mark. Oh no, the light's perfect, honey. Mark, what's your weather up there? Because it's damn cold down here. Wonder where they do thumbs up on here. There is Clark's Cove Detecting. Good morning, Robert and Melissa and fellow Covers. 19 this morning. No, that's colder than us. What are we this morning right now? What's it here right now? It's not 19, but it's damn cold. 50? Okay.
Daylight?
Fine, damn cold. Well, we got to put the heat on down here.
43.
43 outside, so that's damn cold for us. I didn't go outside yesterday.
It's going to get to 63.
Hey, but we're going to get up to 63 today. And by the time Dalton and I go hunting on Tuesday, it should be back in the 70s, which I can live with. So, oh, it says we got 6 people in here, so there must be some lurkers. You folks lurking, say hi. Here's my email I never check. Is Mr. Marlin here? Did I miss Mr. Marlin coming in? There he is. Hi, Mr. Marlin and crew. Very nice. He showed up on my surprise midnight stream. He was doing one too. We had a hell of a good time Christmas Eve on midnight. We went from about 10 to midnight till after 1 in the morning. We had 6 people. We had 6 people side by side in the stream. Hi, Miss Cynthia. She was there for our Wednesday night Zoom. We had a good Zoom Wednesday night too with Pat. All right, now I know I just had my phone here a second ago. Oh, I'm charging it. Okay. And Mark Thomas is here along with Mark the Berg Hunter. There's Mayor Videos, him and his daughter. And Cynthia. And there's Mark Thomas. And there are the Clark's Cove. I like this little thing that shows the channel pictures. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Wednesday night was a good Zoom party. We had a good time Wednesday night. As you guys can see, I'm now in the dining room as opposed to my office. My office is now a bedroom again. With some old guy living in it. Hey, old guys. What movie's that from? It's all right. We had a good time Wednesday night. There was a lot of drinking going on, like there was in a Zoom meeting. Uh, Lou was here from Indiana Tones. He had the biggest beer mug I'd ever seen, and everybody stayed until they had to finally go put that last Santa Claus present together. So yeah, as long as she doesn't put me in the shed outside there, Robert, that's yeah, that's good. Oh.
Shed's a good place for you.
Yeah, shed's a good place for you. You can go in the pool. You can go in the pond. I think the pond would be better for you. Ah, yeah, I haven't hunted, guys, in almost maybe I don't.
3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think I've only hunted once in December, guys. So it's been almost 3 weeks. But Dalton and I are going out on some old property Tuesday, guys. I'm going to get back out on Tuesday, and my don't throw it to me, but can you hand me my pin pointer? No sense dropping it the first time while we don't have to.
Do you want your phone?
See what the charge is at. Good morning, Miss Kay. Good morning. Ooh, good morning, my awesome friends. Well, aren't we in a chipper mood this morning, Miss Kay?
42?
How much?
42?
Yeah, let it stay in there a little longer. Just got out of the shower, guys. Denise says I could not do the show naked. My Thunder Buddy's dropping it off to me. Thank you. Yeah, guys, Garrett sent me my brand new.
They gave you a new one?
Yeah, they gave me a brand new one.
Wow.
It's got a new serial number and everything, guys. So,
They sent it to?
but yeah, guys, my other one broke. It was out of warranty, so they charged me $60 for this one. But for $60, I got a brand new pinpointer. I guess $60 every 3 years is gonna work out okay. So mine and Mr. Digging It Back here this morning. Oh, I missed Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter. I missed Mr. Charlie. And drum roll, please, the real metal detecting channel out of England. And good morning, SC. Oh, I like the fist pumps, Marlon. That's a pretty cool emoji. But yeah, guys, I'm real happy to get my pinpointer back. We all forget how much we rely on this thing. Holy smokes! I don't know if I want to get it dirty, honey. It's too pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put my my electrostatic grease or whatever they call it, guys. I've been talking to Tommy from River Styx Outdoors and from Martin from Randolph Relic Recovery, and both of them are highly telling me to put it on under my cap this time because I am in the water quite a bit. Oh, hold on, Pat. I didn't see you were here. Hold on. I guess Pat would like to be my guest. Will you be my friend? Would you be my neighbor? All right, Pat, it's up there, buddy. There it is. Oh no, we don't want to do full screen because then I can't see everybody's chats. Let's exit full screen. Is Javier Garcia here? Yes, he is. Good morning. Good morning, Javier. Can you say, Pat? I knew I could. Thank you for joining us this morning, Javier. There he is. There he is.
Yay!
I'm sharing the screen with Mr. Pat.
How's it doing, everybody? Whew.
It is doing well. Are you doing anybody this morning?
I'm getting ready. We're going on a road trip. So I'm getting the camper ready this morning, packing up dog stuff. Started running the fridge last night. Ready to get on the road, man.
Oh, what'd you do? Plug it into external power?
No. Run the refrigerator on gas, and then it uses the 12-volt system.
Oh, no kidding. Our motorhome, the fridge, only the thing was on natural gas was the stove in the shower.
No, we have a 3-way fridge, so it runs on gas and uses a little bit of 12-volt power. I probably got to go down there like every 8 hours and start the generator for like 20 minutes. So,
okay.
No big deal. But yeah,
look, Mr. Pat guy, he is in his flannel shirt because it is freaking a little chilly here in Florida.
Oh, no doubt about that, man. I almost had to put on underwear this morning. I mean, that's some sad times.
See, as Denise will say, that's TMI.
See, now I cannot see anything people are typing. I'm going to try to hit that chat button, and hopefully it doesn't do nothing funky to me.
Oh, Corey Smith's here, a.k.a. the Detecting Bunny. Welcome, Corey Smith. Yeah, Pat missed a good show, midnight, Christmas Eve, midnight.
Yeah, well, I was wiped out.
I was going to say, all plumb tuckered out. Guys, he spent well over $100 yesterday mailing off 38, would you say, 38 packages?
38 packages was about $150. I still got more packages to go, but I mean, when you add it all up, all the silvers and the hats and all these things, it's like, oh yeah, even though I labeled them myself, it's like there's still an expense to all this stuff. So this was probably my biggest giveaway ever, and I enjoyed the hell out of it, but I'm tired.
All right, hang on. Let's welcome some new people in here. We've got David Carlisle in. Welcome. David's been a subscriber of mine for a long time. And California Greenhorn Fisherman. There's a cool name. Welcome to the chat. So he's saying hello to everybody. So folks, if you're not familiar with some of these channels, please check them out. Let's do everything we can to help each other. I'm going to write down their names.
Now, if you don't mind me saying for a second, I've got a new page, group on Facebook. So on Facebook, you have the Park Rat Metal Detecting page, but there's a Park Rat Metal Detecting USA group also. And 3 simple questions to join. It's going pretty good. And it's all about detecting, no politics, no religion, no nothing like that.
What?
But I am screening people so that I don't get, screwballs. I go and look at all their stuff and there's nothing there about detecting at all. It's like, no, that's why I've got questions in the beginning. But that's going strong. So I encourage everybody to go over there. And if you do go over there, when you're scrolling through everybody's stuff and be like, oh, that's cool, hit the like button. And you're scrolling through and that looks cool, hit the like button. Everything you scroll past, hit the like button. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't hurt anything. It helps people's stats. Get involved in the conversation, start a conversation. So right now we're at like 230 some odd members, but we've got like 10 really active people. So, people need to be more active and hit those like buttons all the time. That's why with no politics there and it being all about metal detecting, you should really like everything that's going by your purview there. I'm going to try again to see if I can see comments or chats or something, because I just ain't seeing nobody's nothing.
Well, Brenda, I appreciate you stopping in to let us know that. Brenda's saying She's stopping in to say hi, but she doesn't feel good. She's been sick. She's running a fever, and she feels like she's been hit by a truck, and she cannot focus. Well, Brenda, hopefully, if you don't feel better in a day or two, please go get that checked out.
Mm-hmm.
I finally watched. I was trying to catch up on some of Wig TV's yesterday. He put out the 3 videos on his best of finds for 2020, and he was using those to fill in the time because him and his family got COVID. His daughter brought it home from school from the school bus and then gave it to him and his wife. So he was not out detecting for like 3 or 4 weeks, but he's starting to feel better. And he did a video titled my first post COVID video or hunt. So
Yeah, those first hunts after being sick can take a lot out of you.
I had a buddy that got it that's same age as me. I've known since high school, but he's in a hell of a lot better shape than me. And he said 4 months after recovering, he still didn't have all his stamina back.
Oh, no.
And then my sister just talked to one of our cousins up in Maryland, and he's about 5 years older than me. And he was in bed for 6 weeks. He said it knocked the hell out of him. That's right. That's right, Mark. Tell Brenda to get some rest.
Oh, I
and
see.
drink plenty of fluids.
Everybody's saying hi to Opportunity Knox. How you doing, Dalton?
No, Opportunity Knox isn't Dalton. That's Florida Knox. Opportunity Knox is a separate channel. It gets people confused all the time, Pat.
Y'all need to, somebody got to use like a capital P's or something.
All right, I'm way behind on mine. I'm welcoming Miss Denise Kidder, coming soon, the next level. That's a channel she's developing, guys, with a product that she is working on for the metal detecting community. She allowed me to tell Pat about it, but we cannot discuss it yet. But she's in development of a new product, like Pat was in development of his stickers and his T-shirts. So we wish Brenda the best of luck getting her, or I'm sorry, we wish Denise the best of luck getting her product developed for our community. And she's thinking of trying to get up to Florida Hunt 7 also.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And Kay says Brenda won a lot of awesome prizes. So Brenda must have won quite a few giveaways this month.
Nope. While I'm
trying to catch up.
While I'm up in the camping, I'll be up near Jacksonville. Corey Smith, the detecting bunny, he's going to come over and hunt with me at Huguenot. And
oh, cool. Where's that at?
It's Jacksonville somewhere, Jacksonville beaches, you know, and you can see the big container ships going by that have like thousands and thousands of, you know, storage containers on them and stuff. And it's like just this big floating city, but it'll be pretty cool. We're looking forward to that and getting out there and hunting with him.
Hey, aren't you impressed that I remember to do this through StreamYard this morning?
Yeah, well, when I got on, I scrolled back through all the comments and I didn't see a link, and I'm like, oh, dude.
No, nobody was saying, hey, put me on the screen yet. So, and I didn't text you. I didn't text you because my phone's still charged, but when it gets over 50%. But good morning, Opportunity Knox.
No,
Dalton. I mean, Florida Knox is Dalton. Denise is yelling, hi, Dalton, too. She got them mixed up, too. And there is Mr. Mike. Look at them two handsome devils. Yeah, we're amazed the screen hasn't cracked yet. Good morning, Mike. Thanks for joining us.
She's on the wrong screen.
Yeah. You're talking two handsome devils. You're looking at their wrong screen.
You're lucky it's too cold for me to take my shirts off.
Yes, please. Denise said you should do the stream tomorrow because it's your birthday, and then you can be in your birthday suit. I said, we'd really be scaring people away, honey.
So it's your birthday tomorrow, Rob?
Tomorrow's my birthday, December 28th. I was a Christmas baby.
Awesome stuff.
Kay says her sister's still tired, but she's back to normal. Kay's sister had COVID. Yeah, Brenda, go back to bed. Get feeling better. Sleep the whole day if you have to.
Mm-hmm.
So California greenhorn fisherman, I'm going to assume since it's 9:20 here that you are what, 6:20 out there? And if it is 6:20 out there, welcome and for joining us so early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, preserving the past archaeology. That would be our buddy Chris, who used to be Copperhead Metal Detecting. So welcome, Mr. Chris. They look like twins.
For you and Pat?
Yeah.
Dude, you're off the Christmas list, pal. Look like twins. I think he must have gotten into some of Joe Bob's liquor. Well, look.
Oh, that's funny. Well, guys, we got 24 people here and 14 likes, so please hit the like button. I watched a stock channel, Pat, called Dumb Money Live. The three guys that have taken 60,000, 20 each they had and turned it into like 25 million, and they do live streams every week. And they don't bring a guest on. They usually have like 1,000 people in their streams, and they don't bring a guest on until they hit 200 likes, because apparently for a channel or an algorithm, that 200 is some metric that moves their stream up in the program. So
Yeah, but it also works that way through Facebook in general, which is why I'm encouraging everybody that goes to Park Rap Metal Detecting USA to like everything you see. Always hit that like button, because there's no sense in seeing, oh, this post has 17 likes, but it's been seen by 83 people. Okay, put those likes out there.
I watched a channel the other day, and a guy, I know you send me your metrics sometimes, Pat, about how many people that watch your channel without being subscribed. I watched a guy's channel, and he put up a metric. He had thousands of views on his metal detecting channel, and it showed that 97% of the people watching him were not subscribed to his channel. I mean, come on, folks, hit the button.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Stan's here. Can you dig it? Coin you dig it. I'm sorry. Good morning, Stan. Mike, did you want to jump in the chat here? I just put the link up, Mike. It should be coming up any second.
I'll be right back. I got to go check on the dog.
All righty. Mike, if you want to jump in. Yeah, Stan is a member of my club. Coin You Dig It is Stan, and he is a member of my club. Oh my gosh, Miss Alex is here, guys. I haven't seen Miss. I know even Denise is like in the background going, "What? Alex is there?" Alex, you want to jump in and say hi? You can do a blurb for your channel. Well, actually, both your channels. There you go, Alex. I put the link up. Well, Stan, that's not good. You're on your way to the ER at the VA. That's not good. Well, thank you, Cynthia. But yes, that's Chapter 2 Vintage Company with that pretty lady there with the little cat ceramic thing is Miss Alex, my original digging partner before I met Mr. Dalton. Oh, wait, it's a double mirror. Yeah, Pat's going to be happy you said that. Double mirror. Yeah, Pat's going to be Susie's here. I can see her kitty cat.
Good morning, world.
Good morning, Susie. You're not late to the party. Okay, the party can start now. You've arrived. That's what I say when I go to Mike's chat. Oh, this is great, guys. We got 24 people here. We've only been going for a few minutes, 20 minutes. Marty's nuts about digging is here. Susie she does a couple live streams a week.
Well,
Tommy's here. Tommy, we were talking about you earlier, buddy. I was telling people how you were encouraging me with the electrostatic oil or whatever it is, the grease, to make sure to get my new pinpointer done so it stays better waterproofed. lick that button and build immunity at the same time. I like that, Knox.
Right now, I'm
20
doing my 12 days of Christmas. A lot of people don't realize that the 12 days of Christmas actually start on Christmas Day and run through January 5th. And then following that is the Epiphany. So we're doing a big giveaway. Every day the giveaway is at a different time. So you've got to be subscribed and have notifications set so that you know when to come in to win, because you have to be in the stream to win. And it got real crazy yesterday. So
Alrighty, so
y'all come on over.
On Susie streams, you got to be present to win. I know Tommy here, River Styx Outdoors. He had he did a live stream, I think Christmas Eve or the day before, and you had to be present for his also. And luckily, I was. Oh, okay. Mike doesn't want to join. His hair is a mess. So luckily, I was able to win that one. So you got to be present for Susie's. So Susie jumped in. Pat, Mike didn't want to join us. He says he just got up and he's got bedhead.
Hey, Susie. Hey, Tommy. What's going on, everybody?
Well, the reason you have to be present to win in mine is because it involves picking your gift. And if you're not there, you can't pick your gift.
You got to speak up a little, Susie. You're coming a little low.
Okay. Well, I'm doing the best I can. The reason that you have to be there for mine is you have to pick your gift.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that, and I really want it to be for the people that support the channel all year. So
absolutely, and that's why me and Pat also changed our formats a little bit. I decided as soon as I hit 1,600 subs, I'm going to do my next big giveaway, which will be 1,200 because I'm still 400 people behind. But I'm going to change the format a little bit, and Pat and I talked about this.
I haven't even moved those bags.
Pat and I talked about this. What we're going to do is I'm going to take one of my last 10 videos and pick a number for one of the last 10 content videos, and then pick a winner that commented on that video. Because when I do my big giveaway where I give away like 10 silvers, I get people that come out of the woodwork that only show up when I do a big giveaway, Susie. So you probably have that same kind of situation.
I'm not monetized. I only have right around 700 people. So I want anything I'm giving away to go to those 700 people that are.
Before we go.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Absolutely. So, I mean, that's why I'm changing my format away. This way, it'll be a person that left a comment that's there all the time, leaving comments. And, oh, I'm late. I've been here. I know. I'm trying to catch up on my I don't like to miss any comments, Alex. So I'm behind about 1 minute or 2 minutes on my comment. Javier says, yes, I metal detect, collect bottles, and I want to start digging with next to Alex. Well, yeah, everybody wants to dig next to Alex, but only Dalton and I seem to have gotten that pleasure. So, but she has moved away. I didn't kick you to the curb. Oh, Mike says he found a magic coin in his rolls last night. Man, I still have not found one of them. I found a half of one metal detecting. I found that the head of a Jefferson nickel that didn't have a back to it, but I've never found a whole one, and I've never found one coin hunting. That's great, Mike. That's great.
Yeah, I was
in our hunting of $half yesterday.
I almost didn't know what to do.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Susie.
I was watching Mike when he found that, and the look on his face was hysterical. He didn't even know how to tell people what he found. It was great.
Yeah, I guess you have to describe it as a magic coin or a two-headed coin or a pull-apart coin.
When I was doing my coin roll hunting yesterday, I did my first box of halves, and I ended up with 440 percenters, about 140 bicentennial halves, and one Crayola token. I can't hear you, Rob.
So you really got a token in your box of halves?
Yep, it was a Crayola token. My wife found it in that it was like right after the role where she got her first 40%er.
Wow, Stan, I know you got to go, Stan. You're heading to the VA. Good luck with your appointment today. Rusty Digger, Dustin's here. Good morning. I'm trying not to miss anybody here, folks. My older sister keeps encouraging me to get a flu shot because it's getting that time of year. Because it looks like I'm not going to be getting a COVID-19 shot for a while down here in Florida. Mark would join us, but he said, "Let's just say I'm not dressed for it." Okay. Hey, probably a lot of people are still here in their jammies. I literally got out of the shower like 3 minutes before we went live and just threw Pat's T-shirt on. Park Rat Metal Detecting. Where the hell?
Gotta love it.
Have to wash that thing. It smells. You were wearing it last night.
No, I was not wearing this last night. I was wearing my crappy metal detecting shirt to tile. I don't wear Pat's shirt to tile.
Yeah, that's ludicrous.
That's ludicrous, is right. Yes, ludicrous is
I'm gonna
rapper.
hop down off the panel.
Okay.
I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody and remind them to come on over and get in on the drawings. Pat did such a great job with his. I don't know if I can top that, but
Well, we're not here to top each other. You run yours the way you
we're
need
gonna
to
have
run
some
yours.
fun trying anyway.
I don't try and touch Pat's either. That's a hell of a giveaway. I'm not. People know how slow I am to ship. If I did that many giveaways, I'd be shipping to people in July. So,
but I am redistributing some Park Rat stickers.
There you go.
Definitely do that.
Bunch. So
now, when you get your package, Susie, you're not going to see the transit token in it. That's coming in a separate package later.
Okay, thank you so much for that. That's just a personal thing for me.
Oh yeah, I wasn't going to forget that, but with so many things going out and the post office losing crap, I don't mind replacing a bandana or something if I have to, but I wanted to make sure that was traveling at a time where it was least likely to get lost.
Ooh, guys,
right. Thank you so much for that, Pat. And I did get my package. It was awesome. I opened mine on my live stream, so people got to see what was in there.
Killer.
I appreciate it very much. That was a great giveaway you did.
It'll be nice to start catching up on videos again. And I thought that first giveaway was great because you had mentioned, oh, never win anything on any of the giveaways or live streams or nothing. And then boom, you're my first winner for the Advent this year. And that was like freaking awesome. It's like, yep, pulled that rat back token.
I had not won anything for close to a year. And
no, not yet.
Out of the box, first one was Pat.
That's awesome. Hopefully we've changed your luck for the new year.
I hope so.
Yep, I got my pen in it. We're ready to go. We've got.
I hope everybody has better luck for the new year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're all hoping 2021 is going to be a better year for sure.
Oh, definitely.
I'm gonna hop off the panel now. Let somebody else get up there in their jammies. Bye, everybody.
All righty. Well, let me get caught up with some people that have made comments here. Miss Alex was nice enough to send me a $4.99 super sticker. Thank you, Miss Alex. And SC was talking about he didn't understand. Let me click on him. He didn't realize the likes helped you. I watch most videos and will be sure to start hitting the button in the future. Thank you, SC. Yes, they do. I don't know specifically how it works, but I know that YouTube has an algorithm for how they place videos in the order that they advertise them or give placement for videos. And the more likes it has, the more it goes up their algorithm. Am I right there, Pat, on that?
Yeah, and so it's not just like liking the video. Like when you're on Facebook, you see somebody's post, like it. You can go back and look at the video later, whatever, but like everything you look at because that helps them on the Facebook side. On the YouTube side, those likes help in the same way. You know, you get that certain number of likes that bumps you into the next group. But it also helps if you're looking at other people's comments, like every comment you see, you know, and that all adds up the total for that particular video.
Pat, do me a favor. Angle your phone just a little bit to where your head's a little higher on the picture. So when I put a comment over, I can still see you. There you go. Perfect. Right there.
Yeah, right.
Kay says on Mike's where he got the token or the magic dollar, he technically got ripped off by $50. I've never had that happen in a half box. Well, actually, when I picked up a box of halves back before the COVID thing when they couldn't get them, the Armored Car Company dropped my box of halves and it split open, and they tried gathering up all the halves and retaping the box, and the box just looked like it had been dropped. So when I got home and I counted them, it was 49 rolls, and the Armored Car Company wouldn't own up to it, and I lost $10 out of that roll. Mike's asked us, Pat, if we've ever thought about doing coin roll live and let people play on the auction. Those are the first two boxes Pat's ever had, guys. So,
well, I've done other boxes before, just sitting here with my wife, because we use 50-cent pieces all the time at the different quarter auctions and stuff. But I had thought about doing what you do, Mike, with the auctioning off the rolls and stuff like that. But I think about it, it's like, oh yeah, that would be easy to do, but that's Mike's gig. That's your thing, man, and I don't want to be stepping on anybody's format.
well, there's a lot of channels to do it, Pat.
Oh, I thought Mike was the only one.
No, Rob Finds Treasure does a big one. I think Silver Slayer does one. Half Dollar Make You Holler does one.
Oh, then screw that, man. I'm going to throw my rat in the ring. Let's see what happens.
All right, Kay, I'm trying to get caught up here. Yes, you're right. I'm so far behind on the chat. Mike, thanks for the $1. Appreciate it, buddy, for the super chat. Let's see here. Kay says she won Garrett's Finds box. Ooh, that's a nice prize, a Finds box. Clark's Cove says FH7 is going on. Of course, it's going to be a better year. That's true. Clark's Cove, that's right. That's going to start the new year off with a great start. And Miss Alex says she has to go. Get ready for her live sale today. See you later. Alex, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Oh, it's been way too long since I got to see her, guys. Miss Alex was so wonderful when she did a 1916 property with Dalton and I, and we found 50 Wheaties. Between the three of us, we found 50 Wheaties before lunch, and we wound up pulling over 60 Wheaties off that property. And they liked her so much that they told her she could come in the house and use the inside bathroom. They told Dalton and I we could use the one in the garage. So
I'd let her sit on my toilet.
Yeah, they don't want these slobby guys in their house, but Denise says she always leaves a thumb up. Well, thank you, Denise. We've moved up to 23, so that's awesome. Kay said she was super lucky in that giveaway, 850 entrants, and in the 25 days she won something. Well, that's awesome, Kay. I know Pat had a couple two-time winners. I know Bill from Papa Ralph's won twice.
I think somebody won 3 times. I'm not sure. Might have been Coin Boy.
Okay.
It got, and it's like, I can't feel bad about it. It's a random comment picker, so it's not me. It's all live on screen, and in the rattle of all those things jumping around, all those chips, I'm gonna pull who's getting, so it's not like any of it's rigged. That's just who God wanted to win that day.
All right. Well, let's. Kay said I am far behind, so I'm going back. Mike commented it was nice to hear Susie in the chat. And Opportunity Knox says he's going to invent a new bar drink called the Flu Shot, and he's going to get rich with that name, and he probably would. Rusty Digger asks Pat, how's it feel to get up and not have to do a giveaway video today?
Man, it was like, try to decompress from everything. You get used to operating at that certain level of energy, and then to back yourself off is like, what am I going to do? What am I, it's like, I did a lot of eating yesterday because it was like I didn't know what to do with myself, And
Mike says he does he mails out 10 packages a week. Mike, I'd have to be a lot more organized before I could get 10 packages a week out, buddy. It took me over a month to get my 12 prizes or 11 prizes out from my 1,100 subscriber giveaway. And I know I still owe people right now coins.
What I'm gonna do next year is I'm gonna have every prize pack already set up ahead of time. So that I'm the one on day 1, what's getting given away on day 15, already have them in a box and in a package. So it's like, okay, I'll show it. I'll throw it back in the package. Whoever wins it, as soon as I get their address, is on it and it's out the door. Because, you know.
When Denise helps me do a giveaway, stuff goes out a lot faster.
I think my wife would slow me down because she's like, oh, this box is a little too big and can we stuff in this one? And I got something. And it's like, just throw it in a package and get it out the door. You know, I don't care if it's got newspaper in it or not, you know, and it's like, yeah, I just gotta get it moving on. I didn't put like a lot of personal notes in the things. Oh, congratulations and da-da-da. Cause it's like, I'm trying to get this all done in a day. And I was literally 7-8 hours, you know, addressing and getting everything, make sure it was all, you know, just that alone. And when I walked into the post office yesterday morning, you know, 10 a.m. as soon as the lobby opens and I got all these packages, the guy at the counter is like, fuck. I was hoping for an easy day.
At least you weren't standing there in that Christmas line. All right, Alex made a comment. Alex made a comment before she left, and other people have said this, including Pat. FYI, for your information, likes are likes. It doesn't matter as long as you're getting interaction. That's what YouTube wants. So, you know, I don't like getting likes just like I mean, obviously it's not as serious as getting a negative on eBay, because that does affect you. But, you know, I guess if somebody watches your video and they don't like it and they leave a thumbs down, it counts as an interaction, right, Pat?
Yeah. And so, again, when you're liking the comments that everyone else has left, that helps with the interaction. You know, when you're liking the video itself, and, you know, this one commented on that, and then so like everything you possibly can.
If somebody leaves a comment and I comment on it, and then somebody comments on my comment, I make sure I go and leave a thumbs up on their comment too.
Yeah.
I leave a thumbs up on every single comment somebody leaves me, because I want them to let them know that I read that comment and I interacted with that comment. I mean, obviously we're not huge channels. I mean, Alex has got on her channel, Chapter 2 Vintage Company. She does beautiful videos, guys. When she does her giveaways, I think she's up to 15,000 subscribers.
Wow.
But most of her videos now are live videos. She hits thrift stores and Goodwills and estate sales and stuff like that. Me and her hit a couple of estate sales and got some good stuff together. And then she sells it live on YouTube. And that's how she helps bring in income with her family, considering she's got the 2 kids that were at home all the time with COVID. So, but that was great seeing Alex this morning.
I don't know. I am gonna have to say goodbye to everybody here, and I got a little bit more packing to do. Got to run some stuff down to the camper. We got these logs that I think we paid $5 a piece for them, or $7 a piece for them. That even when they don't burn, just the smell of the log smells like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Well, you can't beat that. That's one of the best things in life. So
I know.
So is that bacon I just had that Denise made me write down.
They smell really strong. So the trick is, at the end of the day, when it's time to wind down and go in the camper, if one of the neighbors has a little campfire going, I'll throw it in there, and that will draw all the critters and raccoons over to their campsite.
All righty. Well, Pat, have fun getting ready. I know you're looking forward to your trip, so we'll see a video from on the road.
It was good seeing everybody. Y'all have a great New Year if I don't see you before then. Be good to each other, blah, blah, yada, yada, chitter, chatter, blah, blah.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
See ya.
All right. All right, guys. I'm still trying to catch up on my comments here. Rusty Digger asks, is Florida requiring quarantine from out-of-state visitors? They don't have any control of the people that drive in, Rusty, and I don't think they're requiring it from other states, but I think they're doing it for international flights coming in to our state airports. I think real soon the airlines are going to start. If you can show that you've gotten the vaccinations, you're probably good. They're going to, it's going to be like the old days where you had to show your papers, and I know a lot of people are upset about that, but I think that's the one way they're going to be able to do it. Mike says he's got a slow start on his first 10 rolls. Ah, there you go, Susie. Thank you. Ravenhawk's Coins does a good one too. Yes, I did forget about Ravenhawk. I've watched his coin roll hunting before. I'm going to have to just sit down on a phone call with Mike someday and have him teach me how that works, because even though I've watched numerous of his, I guess you buy the rolls and then you get the silver that's in the rolls, or you guys split it or something. So yeah, I'll have to figure that out. I'm going to be putting another coin roll hunt video on today after this live stream sometime today. West Coast do a lot of coin roll live streams. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense because of the time change. Florida's spreading the germ on a daily basis. That's why I can't go home to see my brother. Yeah, we got a lot of here, guys, but nowhere near as bad as California. One of Denise's nieces lives out in California, and she says it's really bad out there. Mike says he's going to be listening. I'd have peed on their bush. Mike says he's got to cut up 200 names. I know he cuts those little thin strips of everybody's names to put in a hat. Yeah, Kay, California's on fire more than just fires is right. Did Coin Boy come in that I missed? Welcome, Coin Boy. If I missed you coming in, I'm sorry. Welcome. Dustin says he's up in New Jersey, so he figured he'd ask before Florida Hunt 7. I'm hoping, Dustin, I'm really hoping by Florida Hunt 7 in late February that at least, all your first responders and your medical people have it. I'm hoping that, all the nursing homes at 75 and over have it. And I'm even hoping they've gotten the 65 and older crowd done. Because there are a lot of older people that go to Florida Hunt 7. So I'm hoping if they've all been done, we're in pretty good shape. I try to do thumbs up, but they're opposable. Opportunity Knox says. Treasure Outdoors, welcome. See, I know I'm behind. He says, good morning, Pat, Rob, and Susie. That's when you know you're behind. Susie says, can you guys please help me try to get to 1,000? She's getting caught up on her detecting videos, doing coin and detecting live streams and general fun stuff. Yeah, guys, if you're not subscribed to Susie, it's Susie Q96. Please go over and give her a sub. She does 3 different things. She does metal detecting. She does coin roll hunting. And guys, she does a very interesting thing to get her coins. She goes to the local car wash and trades in $10, $20, or $30 worth of bills and gets the quarters out of the car wash machine and checks them. I personally think that's a brilliant idea. So let's see here. Yes, it is polite to respond to a comment. That's right, Mark. If somebody takes the time to leave you a comment because they like something they saw on your video, the very least you could do is give them a thumbs up back and say thank you or appreciate you watching. What is this? Rob is part of my retirement plan. There you go. There you go, Knox. I like that. I'm part of your retirement plan. He's the part where I freeload off someone in Florida. Yeah, we got the shed out back. No problem. I was going to tell you guys a story, but I didn't ask my buddy if I could tell that story, so I won't tell it. But get your own plan. Oh, that's great. Well, I used to tell everybody we have an extra bedroom around here, but now that Denise's dad has moved in with us, with Denise, we don't have an extra bedroom anymore. Denise got me a metal detecting t-shirt for Christmas. You guys will probably be seeing that next week. It goes to Knox's statement there. There you go. Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter says, no shot for me. As an EMT, he's gotten so many shots that his boosters got boosters. Hey, if you feel your immune system's good, then good for you. I know when I was a police officer, Vegas, we had to get the hepatitis shots. So when I got hired by Disney Security and they signed me up for the shots, I said, guys, I just finished getting mine from the police department. I got the whole series of, I think, 3 or 4 shots. So I'm good to go. Well, Kay says, one day you shall be a winner of Mike's end of the month big box. Finally, a couple months ago at my metal detecting club, we give away $50 at every club meeting. And then at the end of the $50, they give away a $25 gift card to like Publix or Walmart. And I've been a member of my club for over 3 years. And finally, 2 months ago, I won the $25 prize at the end of the meeting. So I was pretty excited about that. See, okay, so Las Vegas is also a Rob. I've got to write these down. Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter is also a Rob. All righty. Yeah, Clark's Cove, Rob. There's a section on I guess on everybody's homepage now on YouTube where it says comments unresponded to, and I've probably got 20 or 30 or 40 comments to catch up on from a year ago. Most of them were from a giveaway I was running where everybody says, "Hey, everybody, wish everybody luck and everything." So I'm sorry I missed them. I still said, "Hey, I'm sorry I missed this comment. Just want to let you know I finally saw it." And most of the car washes have gone strictly to credit debit cards here, though. Well, that's too bad. I know we have several car washes around here that still use money. I know, Kay. I was way behind and trying to get caught up. Hey, look at that. I'm caught up now. As you guys saw, Denise made me a couple pieces of bacon. Well, it was pre-made because we had it for Christmas. We just make a whole pack at a time and then heat it up when we want to have breakfast. So I don't know why I have a check mark next to my name. Epic Adventures in Paradise. Guys, this is my club president, Howard. Epic Adventures in Paradise is Howard and his wife, Janine. Howard's our club president this year. And he has a hookah rig. Him and his wife are certified divers. And he has a hookah rig, which is a rig that has a mouthpiece you can connect to your tank with about 10 feet of hose. And you can also attach it to a portable unit that is a chargeable unit, so you can put that on a float above you in the water and you get about 2 hours worth of use out of it. And he just did a video, guys, comparing the 8-inch and 6-inch coils for the Nocta Pulse Dive. Yeah, KD said she just found the link. Yeah, it's down on the bottom of your YouTube page where it says comments unresponded to, and you can get caught up with your comments. But yes, welcome and good morning, Howard and Janine. I thought that was a bong. I know. I don't know where somebody came up with the name hookah rig. I guess because of the East Indian or the Eastern hookah pipes that they smoke, the pipes with the long. You saw the one in that Indiana Jones movie where they're all sitting there with the big urns with the pipe coming out, and those are called hookah rigs. So I guess they just named the scuba diving one the same thing. Good morning, Dennis. KCMD, Kicking Cancer Metal Detecting, is Mr. Dennis, who hunts sometimes with Mr. Pat. But he thought that was a bomb. Yeah, that's what they look like, a big one. And good morning, Digging It Back, Charlie. Shave it, Mikey. Charlie wants everybody to shave, guys. He wants me to come to Florida hunt 7 with a mohawk. Denise is not liking that idea. Charlie thinks it's pretty funny, though. Did you hear that, Charlie? Denise said if you want to see a mohawk so bad, he can't do a mohawk, honey. He's bald on top.
Tell somebody else to do it.
Wait, who's going live at noon? Yeah, there you go, guys. Mike, M.A. Lyman 24, Mallyman 24 is going live today at noon. That's his normal Sunday spot. Now, Denise, I keep calling Denise Brenda. Denise says she's got a hookah for sale. I'm assuming that you mean a smoking hookah, Denise, not a scuba diving hookah. I'm building I'm assuming you meant a dive hookah, Dennis. Last Sunday of the month spot. Oh, he's going to be doing his big end of the month giveaway. Okay. I know Rob does like a pre-video where you register at the pre-video for his big gifts. Oh, honey, the cat went. My eyes are watering over here. Wow. My new dining room office has its disadvantages.
No complaining.
No, ma'am. Oh, I would never complain here, honey.
Curb likes you.
Curb likes me? As in kicking me to the curb?
Yeah.
Opportunity Knox says, I tried a mohawk once, but apparently you're supposed to go front to back, not side to side. Oh, that would look awesome. Charlie needs to pay somebody, dare somebody to do that. That would just be hilarious. Oh, that's funny, Knox.
There you go, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. There's the angel in the background, guys. Yeah. No, not the angel of death. We don't want the angel of death.
Pooper scooper.
Mike says he's got 100 names cut up, 100 to go. Wow, if he's got 200 people entered in, that's a lot of people, Mike. Congratulations. So, Miss Cynthia says, good morning. She saw you go by. So, yes, I know Clark's Cove's looking forward to Florida Hunt 7. I know Miss Kay coming from Texas is really looking forward to it. Like I say, if Susie Q can do it, she's hoping to be there. So 250 for next month, Mike. Wow. What cup are you drinking from this morning, Miss Kay asked. The big Christmas cup. So it's massive, so I can have more coffee. I made 4 cups this morning instead of 3. And if you're wondering why I'm looking up, I've been looking for my coin book, and there it is right above me on the shelf. The entire house is in disarray, guys. I know that she's being so patient. Miss Kay says good morning to Denise, too. Good morning, Mrs. Retirement Plan. Oh, we're going to have to add on to the house, guys, or you can sleep on the pool patio. And Miss Cynthia will be there at Florida Hunt 7. Yes, we are so much looking forward to that. She is a party animal.
Or do you want to wear your blue sweatpants?
Mrs. Retirement Plan. I'm going to have to remember that one. I like that one.
Okay. Give me the jeans that you packed on.
Well, Susie, you're in the age group and the risk group, so I would assume you'd be on the list for that. So I hope you get it soon. I'm a little disappointed. Like I say, we're not going to get into politics here, but the United States government was hoping to have 20 million people vaccinated by the end of December, and we're just like over like 1.3 million. That's a hell of a difference to be behind, guys. Party animal, Cynthia. Excuse me. Susie says she's still listening, but her sister's on her way to take her to go get some supplies. Okay. It is, Kay. You're absolutely right. Dennis says he's going to be at Florida Hunt 7. Mr. Marlin's going to go make some coffee. Maybe when he comes back, we'll get Mr. Marlin on. You guys can meet Mr. Marlin. He is up there in Canada, folks, above Montana. So I would imagine it's pretty freaking cold where he's at. But guys, we're going to have a great time at Florida Hunt 7. I've got just a little bit of room left for the 40 people at the private party in the back of the restaurant at Crafty Bastards. Susie said she's waiting for the vaccine to arrive. It's supposed to be a week ago. Yep. Yeah, Knox, I got to definitely get my older sister's bugging me to get my flu shot really bad. Well, that's not a bad idea, Cynthia. If they offered it, I would definitely get it, guys. I'm after I got that bronchitis last January, before they even knew this was here. I had never had bronchitis in my life. I'd never had to go to a doctor for my annual flu or cold. And the doctor's assistant, the physician's assistant, came in and said, "Good thing you came in. Your girlfriend convinced you to come in. Another week of this, and you'd have probably had pneumonia in your lungs." And like I say, I'd never been able not to beat an annual cold or flu with over-the-counter medications. But that one last year kicked my ass, and there's a lot of people that think COVID came over a lot earlier, and that us that got really bad flus or colds in the beginning of the year might have actually had COVID. But I know she had to put me on antibiotics for the bronchitis, and then she put me on steroids to clear my lungs faster. And I got to admit, in about 10 days, I was feeling better. Yeah, Cynthia, I'd never had it before. Okay. Yeah, Susie. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're in the high risk group, Susie. So you definitely want to be the first one to try and get that. So I hope your CVS or Walgreens or local clinic or whatever has it for you. There's the man, Indiana Tones, Mr. Lou himself, who was having a hell of a good time on our midnight chat. I was saying, Lou, that was the biggest beer mug I ever saw that night. Tones, if you want to come on in, buddy. I just put the link up. And then when Marlon comes back from making coffee, we'll get Marlon in here too. Guys, if you don't know Indiana Tones, that is Lou. He has a great channel. His intro is based on an Indiana Jones theme, and it's absolutely cool as hell. And he hunts in some really cool places up in New York City. See, when I was a little kid, guys, I used to think of New York City as 100% concrete. I thought the only grass they had was Central Park. And as a little kid, I just thought New York City was like, the nickname is Concrete Jungle. And that's exactly what I thought it was. But I'm telling you, they've got some great places to hunt up there. Oh, he's about to jump in the shower. All right, well, catch us when you come out, Lou. Kay says they're not offering theirs outside the hospitals right now. Okay. Yeah, guys, I did some more tiling yesterday. I was doing the tiling underneath the sink. I've never heard of this Indiana Tones fellow. Yeah, he's a pretty obscure channel, so when I first saw Mark the Berg Hunter's channel on his little thumbnail, I had to figure out what the hell that was in front of his face. I thought he had a scuba mask on until I realized it was a coil. Miss Denise says she has work to do if she wants to get her channel up by Valentine's Day like I planned. Well, I know, Denise, you're putting a lot of work into that channel, so good luck with that. And when you get it up and running, you just let me know so that I can make sure we let everybody know to go over there and check out your new metal detecting channel. Miss Denise is hoping to come to our club meeting in January. And I met her on Clearwater Beach and hunted with her once. And we had a blast. I found a little necklace that day with a charm that was shaped like the state of New Jersey. Tell her I said hi, Mike. Oh, wait, I could do that on my phone, staying, not leaving. Okay. Is it 10 o'clock already? Yes, it is. Time flies when you're having fun, my mother used to say. She also said it goes faster as you get older. And as I'm getting older, she's got that right. Isn't it amazing as you get older now how smart your parents were? And then when you were a teenager, you thought they were idiots. I remember when I was like 15, guys, my mom told me, if something happens to me and your father, don't ever pay this house off early because you're never going to see 8% interest rates again. So don't ever pay this house off early because you'll get a higher interest rate. And now, guys, here's interest rates down there 0%. 0.1 is what the credit union is paying on my savings account. 0.1%. Okay, I'm putting. Really, I didn't even see him go by, hon. Wow, he was so fast, I missed him. All right, guys, there's the link to Susie's 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. Blatant self-promotion. Nothing wrong with that, Susie. Oh, okay, thanks. Oh, okay, go ahead. I'll get my own coffee.
What's wrong? I just filled you up.
It's empty. I'm a coffeeholic, honey. Thanks, Poopsie. I'm passing 2.4 per 9. Wow, Kay, wherever you're getting 2.49% interest, you keep getting that. But yeah, guys, you got a better chance of winning something in a live giveaway with the people that are there. Like I say, I was on Tommy's, I think 2 days before Christmas. I was there 1 minute saying hi to everybody, and boom, he picked my number for the giveaway, and I won Tommy's River Styx. Oh, Knox says the only advice he ever got from his parents is don't have kids. Oh. Well, Knox, me and Denise took your parents' advice. Thank you very much, Dave. Now she's leaving. Oh, Kay says she's paying 2.59 on her mortgage right now. That is great. I know, Kay. My parents were talking about back in the days when Jimmy Carter was president and interest rates are 23, 24%, and your mortgage was 18%. So my parents are real happy to keep their 8%. But mine's right around yours, Kay's. I think mine's right around 2.4 or 2.6, my mortgage. I know when I got my mortgage 30 years ago, I got a variable because it was cheaper for me to get a variable. And there was, when interest rates would come down sometimes, my house payment went down to as low as $264 a month. Hell, I could pick up aluminum cans for that. Cynthia will probably be here when you get back. Oh, hell yeah, Dennis. I'll take that black one. Hell yeah, I'll buy that from you up at Florida Hunt 7, Dennis, because I want a backup pinpointer. Absolutely, sir. Thank you very much. Wow, wins 2 pinpointers and giveaways at Christmas time. Congratulations, Dennis. I live under a bridge, no mortgage, but a big shank is certainly a plus. You know, Knox, there's a funny story to go with that. When I was a police officer, we got a call for a guy shoplifting at a grocery store, and he took off running, and we had to chase him through the mangrove swamps down by the Gulf, and we caught the guy and arrested him, and we asked for his ID and his address, and he says, well, I'm living under the bridge next door, so I wanted to make sure I got all the stuff to take with him to jail so he didn't get stolen. And I went under the bridge to collect his stuff, and he literally had a note on his stuff under the bridge saying, please do not take my stuff. I don't steal from you, so don't steal from me, as he was out stealing. I just thought that was a rather ironic day. But yes, Dennis, I will definitely take that from you. Clark's Cove, I know. You don't think you need a backup pinpointer until the day you turn it on. It beeps fine. You go to put it down in the hole of the dirt where you think the item is in your clod, and it just makes no noises. So I sent it back to Garrett, and I guess this has got a computer motherboard in it. And they said somehow the motherboard got fried, and I know I did it. I spent that day in the Gulf of Mexico 6 hours with this on my waist pouch. So it was underwater for 6 hours straight while I was hunting in the Gulf of Mexico. And I'm sure the water crept in there and eventually corroded that motherboard. Dennis says he wanted Garrett Carrot. Well, congratulations, Dennis. I will definitely take the black one as a backup. But yeah, guys, he's got 4 now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you need 4. I'll tell you another thing I'd eventually like to do is I'd like to eventually sell my MindLab 705. I've got 3 coils with it. I've got the big, huge 15-inch Nell coil that covers a lot of ground. I've got my stock coil, and then I've got the gold sniper coil that they make specifically for gold. I'd like to sell that with the 3 coils, and then maybe buy me another Equinox 600 as a backup. Maybe as soon as I start finding some more silvers in my silver box. But yeah, Pat's not even done his first box yet, and he's got 40% silvers in it. Well, Mark, that's what I figured I would have to do if Garrett didn't get my pinpointer back. I've got the Nocta pulse dive where you can unscrew the pinpointer on it. The day that I was hunting, Howard was with us, and he let me use his pinpointer part of his Nocta pulse dive, and that helped out for the day. And there's Mr. Marlin coming to us from his garage studio.
Hey, Rob.
Thank you, sir, for coming on.
Yeah, everyone's still sleeping, so I can't be yelling in the house.
There you go. That's good. Everybody's still up here. I actually slept until 9:30 yesterday. Denise goes, "You can't do that tomorrow." I go, "Nope." So,
Yeah, it's 8:13 here.
So you said you're up above. You said Montana. So that puts you in what province?
Alberta.
Alberta. There you go.
Yes. Yeah.
So basically, you're on the other side of the country as Liz.
Yeah.
She's over towards the East Coast?
Yeah, she's like Hamilton, Ontario, so she's straight up like from the Great Lakes there.
Ah, okay. Now are you considered the center part of the country?
No, we're the West, I guess.
You're the West, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the center is more like what's over there, Manitoba, Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan's west with us, I guess.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. I'm live and I'm watching live streams.
I know. He's multi-dexterous here. He's I can't do stuff like that. Oh, well, that's cool, Marlon. That's cool.
I gotta be everywhere.
Hey, you are everywhere.
Plus, I go live myself. Me and Tripwire were supposed to be live at 11:30 Eastern. We were going to sneak after Liz, but Tripwire had an family emergency, so he's canceling.
Okay.
Yeah, he just emailed me an hour ago.
All right, Susie, I missed what you were talking about a counterfeit. Oh, hang on. I had a bad experience at Garrett manufacturing carrot. They accused me of having a counterfeit. Well, I've never seen a counterfeit. I mean, I know they make those orange ones that look like the Garretts that are cheap, but I've never seen a Garrett that says Garrett on it that didn't have real Garrett insides. But
could be.
They replaced it, but it left me with a bad opinion. Well, hey, as long as they replaced it, I was hoping that since this was the same problem I had as my carrot last year when I sent it in, even though it was out of warranty, I was hoping they would call it a continuing problem, but they didn't. But they sent me a brand new one for a $60 service fee, so I'm not arguing that, getting a brand new Garrett after 3 years for half price. So yeah, I'm not arguing that at all. Because I mean, I've never used another pinpointer. This is the original one. You know, Garrett was the original one Denise got me as a present when I came home from a metal detecting trip. She surprised me with this. We do doggy sitting, as you guys watched one of my last coin roll videos. That 90-pound black lab was here, and we doggy sit some of Denise's customers, and we'd had 4 here for a week 1 month. We would never do that again. No, not 4 dogs in one house in a week. But we made a crap load of money that week, so Denise was nice enough for me helping her out to buy me my Garrett Carrot. So
Did you ever use a generic one before your Garrett, Rob?
no, and I'll tell you something. I've been thinking about. I've got. If you look at my, let me see if I can do this here. There's one of my shelves right there, and there's a bunch of my coin jars from every month I hunt. I put the slip of paper with the month that I got the coins.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I keep everything cataloged myself.
Yeah, I've got 3 years worth of, I've got 36 jars here with each the last 3 years worth of coins. And what I'm thinking of doing is taking one of those jars and taking it over to the Coinstar and getting an Amazon gift card, because you don't.
Oh yeah.
You get the gift card, you don't have to pay the 9% fee. You get the full amount of your gift card.
That's pretty cool, right from Coinstar. Hey,
yeah.
I don't know if we have something similar in Canada. I don't think so. Not that I know.
See, Coinstars here are huge. They're in all our grocery stores.
Oh.
So a lot of people without bank accounts down here use them.
Is that why people always say something about checking them for silver coins?
Oh, I do we do all the time down here, Marlon. That's a big thing down here. I got a silver about a month and a half ago. I got a silver Rosie, and it was a 48, I think. So I did a giveaway on Guess the Year of the Rosie, and then I gave away a silver quarter or a silver half. It was just a fun little impulsive giveaway.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll do a giveaway on. I'll take one of my monthly jars and say, "Folks, guess how much in clad I got this month." But yeah, I'll take the clad, and I'm thinking about buying, like Susie was talking about, one of those knockoff Garretts. They make that one company out of China or whatever makes one that looks just like this, but obviously it doesn't say Garrett on it, and it's not waterproof. So I thought about buying one for the 29. Don't buy one.
No, that Garrett copy from China is garbage.
Okay, all right.
Not garbage, but it gets wonky on people. Like it'll stop working and whatever. And the one I have is a China one. I'll grab it, but it's a copy of the White's pinpointer instead, the White's TRX. And
morning, Jackpot G. Lars, welcome.
Yeah, and it's newer generation or whatever than those Garrett copies. This is the new thing from China, and they copy the White. See, it's called a Shrixie or something.
Yep.
Yeah, and this one actually works.
CP pinpointer, yeah.
It works really good, I found, and it's only like, you can get it for $30, about like under 40 Canadian. I'm talking Canadian money here. That's peanuts for you guys. There we go.
See, and that's what I thought. If I had one of them that was brand new and just threw it in the truck or the back of behind my seat in my truck, and then if you go out and you forget yours one day, or
it's nice, to have a backup.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you don't use it much and it stays working okay. Susie says, "Oh, hang on, hold on, somebody's here that's never been in here before."
Oh,
Miss Melanie Waz Stern is here, and for you folks that don't know Miss Melanie Waz Stern, that is my little sister.
Cool.
So family in the stream today. Well, thanks, Mel. We're just a bunch of metal detecting nerds here. That's all we are.
Beep 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 beep.
There you go. That seems to work. Right?
That was probably loud. Sorry.
Well, we want to welcome Jackpot G. Lars to the thing. Another one of the New York crew there, he finds some great stuff. Every time he finds a largie, I just get jealous of him finding largies. Like I say, I have one Canadian largie, Marlon, and that is it. Dalton and I both found one Canadian. Hey, I was extremely excited to find a Canadian.
Yeah.
We were doing
I don't have any.
19
Canada.
A lot. We pulled 73 Wheaties out of it. We've had 13 silvers. This has just been a great corner lot. I got my Nazi coin out of it, my 5 pfennig Nazi coin.
Wow.
3 buffaloes, and then in the corner that we'd never hunted under a dead bush. I got a V nickel. But the first day we hunted it, Dalton he called me over. He goes, "Rob, there's some huge coin here. I don't know what the heck it is." I started wiping it off, and I go, "Dalton, this is a freaking Canadian largie." And yeah, I mean, they're the same size as an American largie. You guys made yours to win 18 or 19.
Yeah, like 21 or something like that. Yeah, somewhere right in there.
And then Dalton and I both have one, and then Troy found a largie from Great Britain, the same size. I just put the StreamYard.
And that's funny because I was penny hunting in a ice cream pail of pennies my parents saved just recently, and I found a 1928 Canadian penny hiding in a bunch of.
Yeah, you were saying that on the Christmas midnight stream.
Yeah.
I love finding King Georges because finding a King George down here is such a rare find in
Yeah,
Florida.
it's a $5 or whatever. Yeah.
Right, well, yours is a $5. I've never found a $5. We found them like in the 40s. They're King George the Sixth, and then yours was a 28, which turned out to be a King George the Fifth.
Yeah, it never works to try show it on these things, but
yeah, see, they got that. You can see the 1 cent like they used to have on the large coins.
Yeah, and it's 28, and then King George has the big old crown on this one. If I could get the
there you go,
the shine just right.
Yep.
Yeah, and like in a bucket of pennies that most of them were like 60s and 70s pennies, but somehow there's like a 1928 hiding. That was a surprise. My eyes were like. Especially after sorting through a whole ice cream pail of pennies.
Yeah, I mean, Miss Alex, a young lady I hunted with a couple years ago, like I say, she moved away. Unfortunately, she's about an hour north of us now. We haven't had a chance to hunt with her this year. But her and I, when we first got hooked up, we were just in our little town together, and we were trying to just door knock anything to get a permission, and we got a 58 house permission, which isn't that old, but I mean, they still made silver then, and we didn't find any silver that day there. But I got a 1919 Wheatie on a 58 property. So,
wow,
even
that's old. That's a nice one.
With 40, 50-year-old coins in their pocket. And it's just like now, if you go to the grocery store and you use the automatic change things when you put your dollar in the machine for groceries, and it spits back coins. If you get a 1975 penny, that's a 50-year-old penny you just got in your change.
Yeah, so, for sure. And I never considered coin roll hunting. Like I could go to my bank and buy boxes of coins. And I see that that is popular because there's lots of channels doing that, even live now.
I do them with pennies, nickels, dimes, and 50 cents. The reason I don't do quarters is because it's just the hardest. I have actually, in all the boxes of quarters I've done, I have never found silver. Now, there's guys like Rob Fine's Treasure and some of the other guys that hunt them for errors and variations, but I don't know enough about quarters to take the time to look for them. And the only reason I got 2 boxes of quarters one time is a bank I ordered halves from. The Armored Car Company brought them quarters instead of halves. And they said, "Do you want them?" And I said, "Yeah." Denise and I collect we have the quarter books for the state quarters and the national monuments. So, and it's always trying to find one of for like the U.S. territories, like the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico and stuff like that. They made very few of them with that. So when you find one of them, it's kind of a harder mint to find. So that's nice.
Yeah.
And then you can put them in the quarter book. But when we do nickels here, we obviously look for buffaloes. You look for your Silver War nickels from 42 to 45.
That's right.
They're to find. And then I've never found anything older than a buffalo. I've never found a V nickel or shield nickel, but I have seen guys find an occasional V nickel. And then all the hundreds of boxes of pennies I've done, I've only gotten one Indian head. You know? I mean that's a terrific find in a box. I've gotten a few 1909s. I've never gotten a 1909S or a VDB, but I mean, I have found 3 1909 Wheaties metal detecting, but none of those have ever had a mint mark.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get an IHP up here in Canada. That would be awesome to get Indian head. I got a Wheatie this year, a 41. So if I can get a Wheatie, I could miracle an IHP maybe.
Yeah. I know, because I know Liz finds IHPs quite often. And I'm pretty sure, like, you guys find an Indian up there, that's a pretty good find for you guys up in Canada, isn't it? Indian head.
Yeah, that, or if I could fluke out a buffalo nickel before I die, that would be cool too.
All right. My sister says she has one of those knockoff pinpointers that I could try. I didn't know you bought one, Mel.
Perfect. See, you can compare the two.
That's right. I could do a comparison.
Do a video.
And I would like to welcome John Long Silver Rails.
Oh, John Long.
Yeah, he's a
Hello, sir.
He is a model train aficionado who is also,
I love his channel.
Yes, he is the dad of Metal Sharks. He's Jamie's dad.
J-Man.
And I want to welcome Jackpot G. Lars. Like I say, I don't mean to be ignoring people. There's so many folks here, 26. It's hard keeping up with the. Well, thanks, Mel. Appreciate that. We are geeks, and there's nothing wrong with us being geeks. We're all geeks together for the same thing. I'm telling you guys. Some of you know this, but I've metal detected. I have golfed my entire life, guys. When I was 14, I made my high school team from my sophomore, junior, and senior year. I was on my golf team for 3 years on my high school team. I wasn't the best guy on the team, but I usually made the cut for the weekly matches against the other schools. And I love playing golf, guys. So I've been playing golf since I was 13. And now that I've metal detected these last 3.5 years, I have not picked up my golf clubs. They are sitting in a corner of the garage with cobwebs on them. And and my sister will tell you I love golf, but guys, since I found metal detecting, I love that more. So, but
Yeah, me too. I think I find that I can sneak it in easier than I could my other hobbies. Like, to go to the gun range takes hours, whereas I could just jump into a park and go swinging for, an hour.
Yeah. Like my sister said, I've got her statement up here. She's went with me a few times. She's got an inexpensive detector herself. There's a little park, literally 5 minutes from Denise's house. It's got 2 softball fields. It's got a little playground. It's got a lot of common grounds. And I found silver 3 times there. I think found 3 different pieces of silver jewelry. I even found a British new penny there once. And if I've only got an hour, I'll just run down there 5 minutes from the house just to do some coin shooting. But yeah, you're right. Like, because you stop for a round of golf, you're talking 3, 4, 5 hours. So sometimes you don't have time for that. Menardo's Maniacs. That's right, Clark Cove. He's got the Clark Cove's Covers for life. So I said, guys, I need a name for my subscribers and my fans. And Clark's Cove came out with Menardo's Metal Detecting Maniacs, and I like it. So Charlie's talking about shaving my head again or giving me a mohawk. He sent me $50 last week to do it. So it's sitting in the Google account right now. Oh, Tommy's back. He says we lost our signal in the forest on the way over to St. Augustine. Yeah, that'll do that up there in North Florida.
Boom.
Well, there's a lot of people that start off with a $100 detector, and sometimes that's what you start off with.
Yeah, mine was a disappointment though, because it was defective when I bought my, whatever you call it, $120 China detector. So yeah, if you brushed sand with it, it would beep a high tone. So that's really handy, right?
Well, no, but you know what? It's funny. I love that knocks in the water because I'm in the salt water with it. And my first machine, the 705, you can take it to the beach. It works great in the dry sand. But if you get anywhere near that mineralized sand in the water and the wet, it just goes crazy. So when I got the Knox and you put that in the golf, if you got it set up right, it's as quiet as a church mouse, and it only beeps if you get a signal. But if you're sweeping and a shallow wave's coming in and you hit your coil up against that wave, it will beep. It will set off a tone if you hit waves with that thing. Yeah, Clark's Cove. See, they know all about strings with their internet because that's what their internet works on is 2 strings in a tin can. Oh yeah, Tommy called me last night and he asked me if you thought you could do the sidewalks up in St. Augustine, or I mean not the sidewalks, the curb strips. And I said most places you can. And I guess while he was on the phone with me, his buddy. Oh, hang on. Did somebody give me a? Hold on. Did somebody give me a $25 super chat that I missed? Hold on.
I think there was a super chat. Yeah.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Who sent that?
DIB from Digging It Back.
Charlie, stop sending me money, buddy. You put me under pressure here.
$25.
Charlie, sorry I missed that.
Yeah, because of the StreamYard. I don't think it comes into StreamYard. That's the one. It's harder to notice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've heard people say that. I'm not super chattable myself. It's awesome, Rob.
Charlie says he'd ask Denise to do it, but she's too cute to sport a mohawk. Yeah, I don't think she'd do a mohawk. Well, thank you, Charlie. If that's who sent it, thank you, Marlon, for letting me know that. I'm sorry I missed it.
Oh, no problem.
Um, but yeah, it's funny. I just think, wow, Pat says there's more people here than on Liz's stream. Well, I'm not here to steal Liz's stream away from her because that's why I try and start at 9 because she's at 10. But I did enjoy filling in for her during the summer when she took the summer off to be with her daughter back from college. I would go on at 10, and that way I wanted to make sure that people just stayed in the in the habit of a Sunday morning 10 o'clock chat. And then the week she came back, that was her spot. So I moved mine to 9 because that's her. She's had that spot for a couple of years now. Javier Garcia says he found a 41 silver dime in the coin machine. Yeah. My buddy Stan that was here earlier, Coin You Dig It, he found 2 silver rosies in a machine about 2 weeks ago. And he sent me a picture on his phone. It was the first time he'd ever found the silver. And he found out about the Coinstar machines from us on the YouTube channel here. I joke that I have to fight the homeless guys for it at my local grocery store.
Yeah, they're probably waiting by those machines.
Well, I was actually in the store the other night. I had to run out to get something I forgot for dinner that night, and it was raining outside. So there was actually a couple homeless guys panhandling inside the store, which I knew was illegal.
Yeah. Just like
John Long, Silver Rail says, coin roll hunting, we have found Indian head pennies, buffalo nickels, 1 V nickel, and silver and $50 rolls. Well, congratulations on that V nickel, John. We have to find one. Oh, there's Charlie's $25. Bribe money for Denise to have you sport the mohawk at Florida Hunt 7. When she comes back, Charlie, I'll show her that. John Long says, perhaps metal detecting should be a mandatory physical education course, might get the teenagers outdoors. John Long, it's funny you say that because that is exactly what Merrill's trying to do at Metal Detecting NYC. He actually started a metal detect. He's he was a teacher. Now he's a school administrator. He handles a lot of their IT work because he's really good with computers. If you guys watch his monthly Be a Millionaire, you see how he does his Excel spreadsheets and everything. He's real good at that. So he does a lot of the school's computer and IT work now, but he still teaches. And right before COVID hit, he started a metal detecting club at his high school, and a couple of the companies sent him equipment. He got diggers. He got 3 or 4 machines, and he got the diggers, and they were going to try and get some fine pouches, and he was going to take his students out metal detecting. And right when they were getting the club up, boom, the COVID thing hit. But I think that's a great way to get the young people in. And Marlon, I think that's why channels like yours are so popular, because you're involving your kids and your family. and this is a very family-friendly orientated hobby.
Obviously, they're the future. They're the future generation of metal detectorists, right? If you don't get the kids into it, there goes the hobby.
It's like Hollywood, where they say that the golden days or the heyday of Hollywood's over. 40s, 50s, whatever it was. In the golden days. And a lot of people say that's over with metal detecting. And what's interesting about metal detecting is, yes, we may not have access to the federal properties that were around 30 years ago because metal detecting was such a niche thing 30 years ago with companies starting that there weren't all these rules that you couldn't hunt these federal battle sites and everything like that. So, yeah, there was probably a lot more areas open to metal detectors. But in the 40 years since then, the development of metal detectors, you can still go over some of the grounds that are permissible, and you're going to find things those people 40 years ago couldn't find.
Definitely.
So, I mean, Dalton has gone back over properties and parks he's hunted that he's pulled old silver out of and old Wheaties, and he has taken his sniper coil for his knocks. And I know Simon from the Wheatie Boys has done it, and Troy's done it, and they go back over those grounds and they'll get some signals that they otherwise didn't get with the regular coil.
Yeah.
So
I think sometimes even if you're traveling north and south versus east and west while you're swinging, you can.
And that's Pat feels that way.
Yeah.
Pat feels that way depending on how you go over the ground. Your machine's going to pick up on it.
Yeah.
And
I think Pat even goes as far as the temperature too. He says when the ground is hotter and colder with the sun.
Yes. Pat.
He knows.
What you don't know about Pat, Marlon, and maybe a lot of people don't know about Pat. Pat is retired from his own company. Pat built a company with a partner.
Yeah,
And they had a company that was
told me a story.
engineering and doing soil and mineral tests on people's properties underneath their buildings to see what they needed to do, or if they had a problem with their dirt. Pat would come in, they'd analyze it, and so he's basically an engineer by craft, by doing it for 30 years. So he knew a lot about soil mineralization, and when he was talking about that on a video once, some guy left him a comment telling him he was full of shit. And
oh yeah,
and
you don't know.
Video. He did an entire video explaining his credentials on that, and the guy actually apologized to him, and him and Pat made up. But
hey, there you go.
I read that and I went, "Oh, this is not going to be good." But yeah, he knows his stuff about soil, so
for sure. No, I listen. Definitely, I'm like a sponge for metal detecting information for sure. Since I've only been doing this for a year, seriously, it helps to listen to people who've been doing it much longer, for sure.
My sister says she'll go play golf with me anytime, but it takes hours just to play 9 holes. Well, yeah, if you're not real good, it does take a little longer. Official Gold Diggers here. Sorry I missed you, sir. Happy Sunday morning, everybody. Happy Sunday to you. Let's see here. Dennis says he's getting ready to go digging. I'll see all you kids later. Happy hunting, everyone. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate you hanging out with us for a while. Oh, it is Jackpot G Large. Yeah, it's
guarded by homeless people. Yeah, it totally is.
I was before I knew Pat or anybody on the East Coast. I've hunted with Pat over there. I've hunted with oh my God, she's going to kill me for forgetting her name. She's down near Fort Myers. Amy from Part-Time Detector. I've hunted with her, and then I've hunted with Brian from I Dig Daytona. But before I knew any of those people, and I was over in Vero one time, I was hunting a park in Vero Beach, and I know there were some homeless people in that park, and I wound up digging up a whole cache of coins. It was like 37 coins that were buried like an inch deep. And my sister, my older sister, not this one, but my older sister was with me on the trip, and she was bugging me because she said, "You just dug up some homeless guy's life savings there that he buried to protect." So I was like, "Well, we should have buried it deeper."
Yeah, I think the other one is when you find those really old silver coins and you're thinking how much that really, ruined someone's week or month when they lost, a dime, but how about a quarter or a $50?
I think about that. I've dug up a 1918 Walker half. Was my first Walker half I ever got. And I dug it up in 2018. And I'd watched I'll be honest with you, Marlon, I had watched a lot of metal. I've been detecting about 8 months. And I'd watched a lot of metal detecting. When I saw people dig that, I used to think that was BS. I was like, there is no way that there is big silver dollars and $50 on the ground.
Yeah, no one lost that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I dug up my first one, and I knew people would know it was legit on my channel because I hit it 4 times with the shovel. It was under some roots, and it gave me the same. It gave me a signal 2 points higher on my machine than a quarter. A quarter on my old 7.5 came in at a 42. This came in at a 44. So I just started with another quarter ringing a little higher. I'd never dug a half, and it was in roots. And I was just putting my shovel in there to cut those roots, and it came out. It was absolute. I mean, it was like AU condition, except for 4 big shovel marks right across the front face. And but I didn't have my glasses on, and a lady across the street came over, and she's like, "I see you looking at something big. What'd you find?" And I handed it to her, and she says, "Do you know this is 1918?" I go, "No." And she goes, "Yeah." I go, "That's my first 100-year-old silver ever."
Yeah.
And then she said, come over and do my yard. And I went over and did her yard, and boom, found my first Indian head penny in her yard.
See, that's what I'm hoping for this year is good permissions. We only went public places before, so
well,
gonna pick some oldies this year.
I'm telling you, and I've said this. I made a video on how to get permissions during COVID, and I'm going to eventually do a longer one called basically permissions A to Z, everything you need to know. And I want to make it like a 30-minute video, but I want to put a directory in the front so you can just click on it. Like if you want to know about curb strips, you can go to 6-minute mark and just click on the 6-minute mark.
Oh yeah, because you can time code your videos for stuff like that now.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I want to make it like a video you buy that's got it's got the
yeah.
And then you just go to whatever, like if you want to know about curb strips or you want to know about historical aerials, how to use historical aerials to look up. Pat has a paid website that you click on the property and it tells you how old the property is, when there was a house on it, who owned it. So you can call up and get permission from somebody if they're out of town. Yeah, I would love stuff like that. Damon Garrison, welcome to the chat. I used to work at Trader Joe's and would always skim the change stores before closing. I always bought the nice ones. Absolutely. Absolutely. Both Troy and Dalton worked for big box retailers, and they both have made friends with their coin room person. And whenever she gets a silver dime or an old nickel or a quarter, they call Troy, and Dalton and Troy that's what they use as their coin store. They use their cash room people. So that's great, Damon. I've got a bank teller that does that for me.
If you can get away with it, yeah. I guess it's not really stealing if you substitute it with the coin of equivalent monetary value.
Susie, I know Susie was involved in Merrill's thing, trying to get his club up and running. Sorry, I'm behind on these things, guys, by 3 minutes. But
yeah, you go through your messages there, and
I met a person who tried metal detecting Gettysburg. Oh, jackpot, G-Large, you got to come on and tell that story, buddy. You have got to come on and tell that story. I just put a link in the chat to join. Jeff and I have done the same bank probably 30 times and still pull silver and Indians. Yeah, I actually, when I left Disney, Marlon, I actually drove an armored car for a year, drove an armored truck for a year. And
we had the same job.
Is that what you do now?
No, that's what I did before I went back to school. I did armed car for about a year, maybe a little more.
I worked for Dunbar. And
I did, it was Group 4 Securicor, G4S, I think it was called up here. But
yeah, down here, they just got bought by Brinks.
Oh yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah, but when they were, they had the black and red trucks, or the red trucks with the black trim. So I got hired, and literally 5 or 6 days after I got hired, I was coming in from the end of the day, and there was a guy sitting in the break room, and it was like 4:30, and I go, "Who's that guy?" And he goes, "Oh, that's the guy that does our Orlando run from Tampa to Orlando." And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, 3 to 11. He comes in at 3, and they drive straight over to Orlando, which is like a 2-hour drive, and they pick up the Federal Reserve money that comes off the airplane at the Orlando airport. It goes to the Dunbar Orlando facility, and then he says, and then he drives it back here, and then we distribute it to the banks." And I said, "Why is he sitting here?" He goes, "We can never find a driver for him. He's the guy that's in the back of the truck, but nobody wants to work 3 to 11. I said, "I've worked 3 to 11, 21 years of my life." I said, "I know I've been here 4 days." I said, "But I'll take the job if nobody wants it." He goes, "All right, come in tomorrow at 3 o'clock. The job's yours." I've been there 5 days, and I got the cushiest job in the entire company. We just drove straight to Orlando every day. We took a break in Lakeland, which was like halfway, and then we drove the Federal Reserve money home. So one of the days when I finished up work on the day shift, my boss said, "Hey, I need a second guy to ride in the truck. I got to go to one of our regional banks." And I said, "Yeah, I'll sit in the truck with you." So we took the semi-sized truck over that would hold like 4 pallets of money or coins.
Yeah, coin truck.
I didn't know it, but they actually have regional banks that aren't marked. The customers don't go. It's just like a big Fort Knox facility with barbed wire all around it. Yeah. It's not marked, and you just back the truck in there, and they're the banks that distribute to the local banks.
Yeah. No, I have the exact same experience. Yeah. Yep. Unmarked buildings that all the cash goes through and then out to others. And also like all the change that comes in from all the buses and subway and everything in the city, anything that sucks in change, we would bring it out of the boxes in bags back to the shop, and they had the sorting machines. And there was ladies who worked in there that all they did was just dump bag after bag of coins into these giant sorters. Yeah. Oh no, for sure.
What a lot of people don't know though is you can't silk in there and say, "Hey, can you check for silvers?" Nope, they were locked in our vault. You couldn't get to them, and when they were in that vault, that was their job.
Exactly, they're in the cash room, we called it, and they were locked in there for 8 hours. I think there was a bathroom attached in there or something, because they did not go in and out while they were counting.
You couldn't.
Yeah,
but
that's crazy stuff. Yeah, what a crazy world to work in, for sure.
Yeah. And still pull silver, and that's why people that do. She got kicked out in 5 minutes doing a federal park doing Gettysburg. Yeah, I bet. She's lucky she didn't go to jail. But like Tommy was saying, they've done the same bank 30 times. I get my halves from the same credit union every week. So that's why, as I watch coin roll hunting videos, when I started doing it, they tell you make sure you have a dump bank and you use a different bank, because the credit union may use one regional clearinghouse, but Wells Fargo may use a different one. So this way you're not getting the same coins back that you just turned in the week before.
That's a good idea.
Sometimes I'll drive down to Tampa to some of the huge branches down there in downtown Tampa, which is like 45 minutes away from me, and I'll dump them all down there, so I know they're going to a different place than my local banks.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Adventures in Dirt, Mr. DK here. We got big time name here. First Mountie Mayor 24, Mike. We got Jackpot G Large. We got Indiana. Wow, thanks, Ken. Thanks for coming in. Ken is a huge asset to the metal detecting community. I'm sure 99% of the people know here he does a weekly show called the Weekly Dirt, where he features finds from all around the world for the metal detecting community, so we can see some channels that we may not otherwise see. Sorry I'm late there, Ken. I'm way behind on the chat.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Ken. Okay. Everybody's saying hi to Mr. Ken this morning. 200 names cut up in the bag. Mike's ready for his live stream at noon now. Okay, thank you for saying good morning to my sister. I missed Jackpot G Large's comment here on the shovel.
I'm going to head out and have some breakfast.
Yeah, my girlfriend.
It's been fun sitting.
All right, well, thanks, Marlon, for joining us.
I'll make room for someone else.
There you go. Yeah, anybody wants to come in the chat, why don't Ken?
Yeah, hop up.
Mr.
All
Ken,
right, see you later, everyone in the chat. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very much.
It was fun. I'll visit again soon.
Absolutely. We'll see you. If we don't see you, we'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Thanks. Well, guys, I just put the chat up. I just put the stream link in the chat. If anybody wants to join in. Messy Holes here too. Oh my gosh, we got everybody here. Mark your coins. Hang on. Let me see what Mike says. Mark your coins with a purple blue Sharpie. I've done it for 2 years and he's still not seen any of his own coins again. Wow, that's pretty good, Mike. Jackpot G. Oh, okay. Clad to silver coins idea is a smart idea like Merrill did. He just got too many war nickels in that purchase. Yes, I take all my, we all know how crappy zinc pennies come out of the ground. And I know a lot of people actually throw them away or put them with their recyclable trash. What I do with them is I went to my Wells Fargo bank guys and I said, can you guys take damaged money and send it back to the U.S. Mint or the Federal Reserve? And they said, absolutely. So guys, I take an entire roll of 50 crappy 3/4 zincs or zincs with holes in them or zincs with bumps on them, and I put them up and roll them in a penny and I put damage on them. And the last time I took 2 rolls up there, guys, they gave me $1. And you go, well, that's not much, Rob. But look at all the crappy zincs we get, guys. You probably got $20, $30 worth of crappy zinc sitting around. Trade them in and use that money to buy silver like Merrill does with his clad. I use my crappy zincs to either buy silver or buy an accessory. I used all my pennies one year and bought my nice Predator shovel. Because
sweet. Now, you just said Messy Hole was in the room. We need to get him up on the screen. And I think Ken should jump up here too, man.
I invited Ken. I'm hoping Ken comes in.
Heck yeah.
Epic
yeah, I didn't know that about the junky zinc.
Yeah, see, there's a lot. So I'm trying to make sure I keep up with this chat because there's lots of good ideas. I know I do have a birthday tomorrow. Thank you, Howard. But you know what? I feel good because last year when it was my birthday, I spent like the first 6 months of the year thinking I was 59. And then he's like, Menardo, you're 58. So I got an extra year for the whole year. I was thinking I was a year older. So I got an extra year, guys. Yeah, Howard's checking out a few people's channels. He just said he subscribed to Clark Coves. But yeah, like I said, guys, Epic Adventures in Paradise is my club president. He's now got 5 or 6 videos up, including a comparison video comparing the 6-inch coil to the new 8-inch coil on the Nocta Pulse Dive underwater. So we can go check that out. But yeah, I think anytime you take, obviously, guys, with the inflation, of course, inflation is not too bad right now with zero interest rates, but it'll come back up. So yeah, if you can convert your clad over to silver, guys, if you can afford to do that, that you don't need your clad to, buy your groceries. Don't know what happened to Pat, but Mr. Kenham's there. He is. Pat's back, and Mr. DK here is here himself.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
Look at that professional studio he's got going there. Microphone, microphone.
Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely, you're perfect.
All right,
You're coming
great.
through great.
Excellent. Good to see you, Pat.
Good to see you too, Ken. Hope you had a terrific holiday, man.
Thank you, man. Merry Christmas to you guys both. To both of you, Happy New Year.
Thank you. We had a wonderful Christmas. It was very quiet. We went over to a neighbor's house. Normally, we host Christmas morning, but if you can see the dining room table there is a disaster because, like we said, we're converting the office into a bedroom, so we had to put the stuff everywhere. So one of the neighbors said, I know you do an annual Christmas breakfast, but we'll host it at our house this year since you guys are doing the construction.
Cool.
So it was just 6 of us neighbors, and we had a wonderful Christmas morning breakfast.
Shoot. We
That's
slept
awesome.
in and then went to McDonald's. I had 2 McRibs.
I love the ribs.
If you got no kids or grandkids or nothing, it's easy.
Right. Well, I've got a pretty big family. We had a number of them come over. We actually were able to see all of our kids and all of our grandkids throughout the day. So it was really a blessing, and it's been fun. I've had some time off to kind of relax and enjoy the family, and that's kind of what it's about, right? That's pretty cool.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You have to excuse me. I got my camera set up here, but I got my computer screens over here, so I'll be doing a lot of this to be able to look
over
at.
here so I can make sure that we look okay. And but I'm new to the StreamYard, Ken. I just discovered this like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I've been thinking of playing with it myself. I tried it real early on when it first came out and didn't like it so much. I use the old OBS Studio. I kind of just know that really well, and if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? So, but I might switch over and play with it a bit.
Well, I'll tell you
I
something.
think we're both liking. I think we're both liking this stream here, the StreamYard. When Rob does his show, usually Sundays like this, I'm out in the field detecting. And now with this, when I'm out in the field and I've come across something good, I can get right on screen and share it with everybody as it happens. It's still going to be in my video, but it adds a new dimension to the live streams that I think we're both really enjoying.
Yeah, that's awesome. I want to say hello to everyone in the chat and Jackpot G. Lars and Treasure Outdoors. Good to see you. I was reading up on him, Mike Lyman. There's just a ton of people in your chat today, and I just wanted to wish you all Merry Christmas. Just great to see everyone. This community is great. They're always out supporting all the channels, and it's wonderful.
Treasure Outdoors left you a really nice compliment, Ken. He says, I actually first learned about the Forest Fen and his treasure over at Adventures in Dirt because you did that big special on it when it was found.
Yeah, I still touch on that from time to time. I mean, I know it's kind of over now because the treasure's been found, but there's still a lot of residual story going on, and so whenever something new comes out, I'll try to report on it, type of thing. And yeah, so congratulations. I'm glad you found my channel through that. It was a real popular news story when it first came out, that it had been found and everything. So
I think that would be a great area. That would be a great area to metal detect. You think all the people that were traipsing around there looking for it had to lose things.
That's right.
Like, good, I'm looking for a treasure and I lost my wedding ring.
That's it.
Find that sucker.
That's
I'm
right.
behind 4 minutes on the chat, but Jackpot G. Large made a comment. You can do that with your crusty zincs. I throw them out. Yeah, my Wells Fargo bank will allow me to turn in damaged money as long as it's rolled. So I can roll up several rolls of deteriorated zincs, write damage on them, and they will send them right back to the mint with their next armored car company delivery that comes when they turn their coins in, and they'll pay me cash for those. So yeah, guys, you can get rid of those zincs and not have to throw them away. So Susie Q's at 696 on her channel. Guys, there's got to be 4 of you here that aren't registered to Susie, sub to Susie. So let's get her to over 700 this morning. Susie Q 96.
So, hey, Rob, this private chat, can only us see it? Just us three, Pat, you, and myself?
What private chat's that?
From there's a private chat window for the actual StreamYard.
Yeah, it says chat with the hosts and other guests. Let me type something. Okay, so I just said.
I see it now. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so Pat just said
hi,
there
all.
it is, right? I think it's just between us three, right?
Yeah.
And the reason I'm asking you, because I'm going to type something in here. Can you don't repeat it, but can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't we give away a weekly dirt T-shirt for Christmas?
That's awesome.
I'll give it out to the chat room. Whenever you want to go, you maybe just have them pick a number between a range. Make sure that's captured there, and that's what we'll look for. You want to do that?
We can do that. All right, guys. Mr. Ken's being generous enough to give away a weekly dirt T-shirt. So let's do a number between 1 and 100, and we will. Everybody can start right now. Just try and do one guess for right now. 1 to 100. Ken sent me a number, and we'll monitor the chat and see who gets that number. So go ahead and start guessing, folks.
And you're a little bit behind, Rob, right? You're like four minutes behind.
Caught up now. I've scrolled down and caught up. So
gotcha.
Yeah. We got some good guesses.
Thanks, Ken.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Okay, then you can make sure I don't miss the number.
I'll be looking. That's why I'm glad there's three of us on. All three of us could look.
Yep. We had a close call.
Mike, we're guessing 1 to 100 to win a T-shirt from Ken. Mike, 1 to 100 guess. Some were close, but nobody's gotten it yet.
No. It's okay, Jackpot G. Lars. That lag may work in your favor.
Yes, it might. Mike says -1.
Yep. 101 is 10 wrong.
Yeah. All right. I think everybody's had one guess. So folks, go ahead and keep guessing.
Wait. We have a winner.
I think I see it. We have a winner.
Yep. Clark's Cove Detecting. Let me
ding 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 ding.
Ding 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 ding. Yep.
That's it.
Let me there's the number so you guys know we're not. Hang on. There's Ken's 38 that he sent me, guys. So that's the legit number. So that would be Clark's Cove Detecting, guys.
Right.
Congratulations.
Right. So Clark's Cove, here's what you do. You can head on over to my channel, click on any of my videos, and I usually have a link in there for my Teespring store for the merchandise to buy T-shirts and stuff like that. And it'll take you over to my Teespring store. And over there, you have a choice of many different types of T-shirts and hoodies and such. But pick out one of the T-shirts you would like in the color you like with the logo you like, and go ahead and send me a message at dk@adventuresindirt or ken@adventuresindirt.com, any email like that, or you can get a hold of me on Facebook. If you have trouble getting a hold of me, you can get a hold of Rob, and he can get a hold of me. Yep, he can get a hold of me. But just pick out a T-shirt. Let me know.
If I have their address, Ken, I'll send it. I'll message it. I'll text it to you.
Yeah, I just need the what you want T-shirt size and your mailing address, and I'll get that right out to you. I'll post a link here in a second to my Teespring store, so it'll make it a little easier.
Welcome, Digging Iowa with Coin Boy. Welcome, Coin Boy. I hope I didn't miss you by too long when you came in. Appreciate you being here in the chat. And Miss Cynthia's back. She ran out to the grocery store, and we're still going. Yeah, but congratulations, Clark Cove. Yeah, Ken, a lot of the people in this chat, quite a few of the people in this chat are going to be at Florida Hunt 7. So,
just posted my link to the Teespring store. So Clark's Cove, just go take a look at that and let me know what you want. Yeah. They're going to be at, so when's that hunt coming up, Rob?
February 19th through the 21st of 2021, February. And, Susie's a little bit older here, Susie Q and Cynthia and Kay. So I'm really hoping that they've got the vaccine distributed for at least our crowd 65 and over to make, so some of these people don't have to worry about that. Southern Relics is in the room. Welcome, Southern Relics.
Stephen, how you doing, buddy? Happy birthday. He just had a birthday not too long ago.
So Southern Relics is Stephen. I
Yeah.
try to write these down for the names I don't know, Ken.
Yep.
Sterling Relics is Stephen. Okay.
He's Steven. That's right.
Yeah, my birthday's tomorrow, Ken.
Oh, is it? Excellent.
So it won't let me display Ken's comment. Yeah, I didn't see it go by either.
I got you. So probably limited me from putting links in the chat.
Yes, good morning, Stephen. I wonder if because I know I got moderators on my chat. It's usually Kay,
Yeah.
but I don't see anything special on her link that's showing me. I don't know how StreamYard does that to show a moderator. I don't know if I have to register her as a moderator. Thank you, Cynthia.
Yeah, it's
Thank
showing
you,
Kay as a moderator. She's just saying she's not allowed to display the comments. So maybe it's in your settings or something that moderators aren't allowed to approve links, people posting links and stuff. Yeah. They said
I'm still playing with this, Ken.
No problem. Mike said if you make me a mod, that I'll be able to share a link. And the only way you do, just see me in the chat and right click on the little dots there and make me a mod. That way I could. Mallyman shared it. Mike shared it, so we're good.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate the help, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Okay, I see his 3.
Yeah, he's got it. It's in there now.
Okay. Yeah, like I say, I'm new to this, Ken. I'm still working on it. My next thing is probably getting a nice pair of headphones like you got and a nice mic.
Yeah.
I did buy a nice high def camera. When I first started doing this about 6-8 months ago, I was using my circular eyeball camera from way back. What was it called way back 20 years ago, honey? Way before FaceTime, when they had Skype. Yeah, remember Skype 20 years ago?
I still use Skype.
Oh, okay. Well, I had an old ball camera that was not high def, and as soon as I bought this nice, I think it was Susie Q or somebody that gave me an example of what she bought, and I went out on Amazon and bought the same thing, and wow, my camera look now has improved dramatically.
Yeah. Yep. It has. I've seen, even since you've been on, I've seen it improve. So what are you working with now? Are you working with one of the Logitech like C920 webcam?
Yeah, I think it is a Logitech.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's one of the portable ones. I can switch computers from for some reason my PC next to me, I think has a virus or something. When I go onto Zoom.us for Pat's Wednesday night Zoom meetings, my camera comes on the computer and it logs me right into Zoom. But if I try and do this stream from that PC, when I hit the camera thing to do the camera, it just constantly spins and it never sets to give me a camera setting. So I can't do these streams from my PC. I have to do it with my laptop.
That's so frustrating, isn't it?
It is. I mean, when technology works, it's great. But when it doesn't work, it's frustrating as hell.
That's right.
But it seems to work great. I just got this new laptop, so everything seems to be working great. Knox says, don't make him a mod. He sucks at responsibility.
I was just in here doing some editing and I saw you were on live and I thought, man, I need to catch your show one of these times. I know that I'm always trying to catch it. I always know you're on this Sundays and just usually I'm producing my weekly dirt show and getting it out, but decided to take a break this week. So I'm not doing one this week. Just taking a break, enjoying time with my family, but doing some other editing. I've been really producing a lot of videos lately on my Facebook page, Adventures in Dirt Facebook page. So I've been posting a lot of old videos that, just maybe people haven't seen them, old finds from old weekly dirt shows and stuff. I've just been like clipping them together and putting them out on my Facebook page. So that's been fun. Been putting those out.
I need to get going on my Facebook page. I don't spend enough time there. I did actually put something on ID Me last week. We were doing a club hunt with my club president Howard here, who's Epic Adventures in Paradise on this stream, and he was hunting with Dalton and I. He got us on a 1890s school that is now a historical society building, and it's in Clearwater, in a pretty urban area, so it's got a fence around it. So they only allow people on that they want on, and he found a beautiful sterling silver. We haven't even identified it yet. It's It's about rectangular or oblong like this, but it's got beautiful fancy on the front with one bar in the middle, like it's a clip that a thing goes in, and it's marked Sterling on the back. And I know it's turn of the century or 1920s, but we didn't know what it was. People think it's a hair clip. Other people think it's a sash.
Hmm.
But I put it on ID meme, so
Yeah, I didn't see it. I'm usually on that group and paying attention to it, but I didn't
yeah,
see
I'll
that
have to
come
see if
across.
there's any comments on what people think it might be. I had quite a few people said they think it's a sash buckle. Some other people thought it might be a hair clip. So I typed in those two, and nothing came back on Google looking like that. So maybe somebody can identify it for me. Ron, just digging life. Welcome to the chat. I like your thumb there with the Indian head.
Yeah. Digging Iowa was asking earlier if anybody was out digging. I know I'm not. We got snow here and frozen ground. The grounds are just absolutely crazy. You can't even get a screwdriver in it. So I think our season's pretty much over. So time to do a lot of research and planning and probably some indoor videos probably.
Do you do a lot of research for some old property, Ken, to go out and try and find it in the spring?
Yeah, we do a ton of research between Tony, Beth, and I. We do just a ton of research. Just, I mean, overlaying old maps and trying to figure out property owners and even writing to the property owners ahead of time. It's a good thing to do during the wintertime if you're in an area where you can't detect like we are in Colorado. Is even reaching out by mail or by email or looking them up on LinkedIn or whatever to try to find these property owners, to contact them, to ask them for permission. It gives you a little more time to explain what you do before you go show up and knock on their door. If we were in good weather, we'd be out knocking on doors, even on these old farm and ranch properties. We were able to hook up this year. We've been able to hook up with a lot of great landowners that own multiple parcels of, hundreds of acres of land in these really old areas here in Colorado. And we've been able to discover some amazing things. An old cheese factory, an old stage station. We've located that Civil War soldier camp, that cavalry camp this year. So we've been able to discover some great stuff. And that all just was led by the research that we had done, looking for an old schoolhouse area that it was no longer there. And it just led into, hey, you should go check in with Joe, 10 miles down the road there. Tell him I sent you over there. I think he used to have an old stage stop on his property. Head on over there, introduce ourselves. And that's just the way it goes. And so it's that initial research that leads you into all that stuff. But once you get one property, you tend to find out here, at least, that the property owners really know their history and know the history of their property. Because they enjoy it just as much as you do. And when you find the landowners that really are into it, there's nothing better than that.
Absolutely. I never thought about LinkedIn, Ken. I will tell you that right off the bat. I never thought about contacting people through LinkedIn, so I've just written that down on my notepad.
Yeah, we were actually searching this old gold mining camp up in the mountains, and we found out that the land and the mines in the area and all the mining rights were owned by this mining company. And I was able to go on LinkedIn and find out who the president of the mining company was and actually contact him through LinkedIn and send him in LinkedIn inside mail and just introduce myself and ask for permission. Say, we don't want to go in and remove any of your gold and your minerals from your mineral rights. We just want the stuff on the surface, because we were in areas where they had like no trespassing signs and such. But there's old cabins there. And so we just wanted to go do the surface and grab old relics, old rusty relics that he probably doesn't care about, And it's another avenue to research.
I have yet to get one by mail yet. I have sent several letters off to people, including one that I have known the guy's brother for 30 years. And I'm very surprised he never responded back, but we didn't get it. But Dalton has gotten quite a few by phone calls. So has Troy. And I finally got my first one, property next to a 1912 house that there used to be a house there. The guy had a phone number up north, and I called it and explained who I was and what I was doing. And he said, yeah, sure. Just, make sure you cover your holes up and leave it like you saw it. And that was my first phone permission. And then Troy got us on a huge corner lot that had a 30s house on it that the people were so wealthy. They had their own volleyball. They had their own shuffleboard court. They had their own mini orange grove, 3-car garage, and a barn neck behind it. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even say this in the video. I just produced a video. The lady, when she sold it to the builder, she took the money that the builder gave her for the big property and she bought a condo right across the street. So she was in her condo and she saw us out there. The construction company had just scraped it. They had just scraped the whole ground, but they hadn't put their construction signs up yet. And we still had permission on it. So we were over there doing the scraped dirt. And, you know, your Wheaties were like less than an inch down, your fines. And she came over and she saw us doing it. And she said, I think this is great that you guys are trying to recover some of this stuff. And she was picking up some of the red bricks that she could take home as a little memento. And then she says, you know, years and years and years ago, my husband and I buried a couple gold coins on this property.
Oh, wow.
And boy, that perked up everybody's ears real quick.
Yeah.
And then she said she buried a couple silver bars back by the garage. Well, that had been pretty tore up. And obviously we never found any of that stuff. But it was a pretty cool story that she had said from, you know, back in the day after the Depression when people didn't trust banks. You know, that's when a lot of people buried their money.
Yeah. Hey, you know, I'm telling you, that's another excellent source of resource for research for everyone out there. If you want to look into it, we have a guy in our metal detecting club. When we were meeting live before the COVID thing hit, we do Find of the Month Club. And it just seemed like every month the same guy was winning almost every month because he just found some amazing stuff. And every single time the guy wins, his story is, well, I was on a scrape off in Denver, and that's all he does. He's a real estate guy, and he just searches for. So here's a great resource for you. If you go to the city you want to target, let's say Denver, and you go to the construction department on the website and see if they have these. Some cities do, some cities don't, but the larger cities definitely probably should. And look for construction permits for demolition. Look for total demolition, which will be your scrape offs, where they want to remove homes to build a new home, and look at the year the home was built. You can do that on Zillow and find out the year the home was built and just target those old homes that are being scraped off. And you can go out there, and what you'll do is you'll start to get a sense of when the permit to do the demolition is pulled. So you'll see the record of it online in the construction permit department. It'll be called something different in your town for sure. But to when they actually scrape it off. So sometimes you'll get a hit and you'll go out there and do some drive-bys. Maybe you get a list of 5 or 6 or 10 scrape off permits. You go out there and take a look at them. Some have construction fences up and they haven't scraped off yet. Some they've already scraped off and they've already started rebuilding. And you kind of get a sense of the timing of it, that, oh, I got to go after these permits that were actually pulled 2 weeks ago. And now when I go hit them, they'll be actually scraped off and it'll be time to do the construction. Because I'm telling you, scrape offs of old properties, 1900 properties, 1800s properties are just treasure troves of finds for sure.
Well, you know, first off, Ken, that is great advice. I hope everybody in the chat here that's listening to that takes that, because we have been trying to find a scrape off. And actually, Troy, who's a member of our club, Dirk Troll and Troy Carmichael, you know, I just got him into treasure hunting. He just did parks and beaches. And in November, you know, I knew him at my club, but he was just an occasional acquaintance at my club as another club member. And he brought in a two-headed nickel, one of the magic nickels.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, who's this belong to? And he said, that's mine. And I said, man, I would love to have this as a little, you know, little cool thing in my collection. You interested in selling it? And he goes, no. And I said, oh, well. And he said, but I'll tell you what I do. He says, Rob, every month you come in here with some of the coolest relics and old coins that you find on your old properties. I want to learn how to do old properties. Will you take me on one of your permissions and I'll give you the coin? And I said, absolutely. And I took him to an old permission that we had, that Dalton and I had, that the guy had told us there was 3 1890s houses on them that had been tore down. And his first good relic find was a beautiful door jamb, double lock door jamb that was brass, that had all this fancy on it. I know it was on an expensive house. And that was it. He was hooked. And then he got a permission in St. Pete where they had just scraped the ground. And he called us up and invited us down there. And Dalton found his first Canadian largie, or his only Canadian largie on the scrape off. All the Wheaties were less than an inch down. The largie was less than an inch down. And then Troy went back by himself and they'd moved all the construction vehicles off. And where one of the trucks was, he got 2 Barber dimes right near each other, his first 2 Barbers he'd ever gotten. So yeah, those scrape offs. And then Dalton and I finally found our first street and sidewalk tear out in a little town near here. They did a new sidewalk for the entire block and put in new fire hydrants. So the entire area from the people's property to the street The sidewalk and the grounds on both sides of the sidewalk were tore up. And Dalton got a barber. He got over 100-year Indian, and he got a complete pocket watch with the glass and the face still on it. And
That's
that was
amazing.
our first sidewalk tear out, and it was one of our best days we ever had. So yeah, I mean, I never thought about going into the actual city offices and looking up the permits,
Yeah.
because we actually got a site that was an entire city block that 4 houses from the turn of the century sat on, and Dalton researched and found out the construction company that owned it, and they said, yeah, we're not doing anything with it for weeks. You guys can go have a great time. And we hit this with 5 different guys. Pat came over from the East Coast. TJ came over. Troy drove up from St. Pete. And 5 of us hit at different times for weeks. And it was the first time we'd ever gotten 5 1800s coins out of the same property or
Yeah.
same group of properties. And then finally, after about a month, they came in and they scraped it. And one of the guys worked down there, and every day he drove by, and when he saw it was scraped, we all went down there the next day. And it was lucky we did, because the guy that owned the construction company came by, and he said, guys, you're more than welcome to finish up today, but starting tomorrow, the construction zone, no trespassing, this is a construction sign goes up, so you guys have fun finding what you can find tonight, because as of tomorrow, this is going to be a construction
Yeah.
site.
Right. Sometimes it's all about timing, right?
It is all about
Yeah.
timing, but like you said, if you can find in the city when they're going to do that, and
Yeah.
then you can approach that company and say, hey, can we do this before you start doing anything on it?
Sure.
Most of them don't really care. And
Right. Because after they've scraped off, it's fairly safe site. And that's all they're usually worried about is the safety aspect. So, I mean, if you bring a hard hat, maybe some work boots or something, or a safety vest or something with you, and they see you're serious about that. I mean, that's all they're thinking about is risk, right? They're just thinking about, what's going to be the risk to me if I let this guy in there. And so if you show up like you're serious about treating the safety sincere, then they'll usually give you property. And street tearouts are another great thing. As you're driving around your own hometown and you see cones up of them doing some kind of street or sidewalk repair, pay attention to who those companies are, write them down, and try to find a website for those companies. Chances are they're going to put a list of all the places they're working, because they have to provide notice as to where they're going to be doing demolition. And sometimes even the city will have planned street tearouts. I'm always looking at the one here in my local hometown, because I'm just waiting for them to tear up Main Street so I can get down there.
That's an awesome idea.
So far they haven't. Yeah.
What an awesome idea. Coinboy says he just got his new E-Track in. Well, he bought a used E-Track, and he went to a public park today and got his oldest coin ever. Congratulations, Coinboy.
Awesome.
That E-Track is an incredible machine. So congratulations on that. Oh my God, 1730s, 2 reals. What the hell kind of park are you doing? That park has got to be on some seriously old ground there, sir. Miss Kay says she's going fishing. That's awesome.
That's cool.
It's still a little chilly here today, guys. We've actually got the heat on in the house here in Florida. And I know we're a bunch of weenies down here, guys. A cold day for us is, 42 degrees, and you guys would probably think that'd be a spring day. You'd go out detecting. But I know quite a few people across the country, though, are frozen in or have snow on the ground, like you said, Ken.
Yeah.
Coin Boy, I can't wait to see that coin. I'm looking at it now. It seems like a 1731. I mean, I can't wait to find my first 1800 silver, and this kid's out here digging up 1730s coins.
Just gotta have your coil over it. You just gotta get out there and do the work, and put your coil over it. They're out there. They're still out there.
He's heading out this afternoon. They have snow on the ground, but it hasn't frozen yet. Well, good luck, Ron. But my ground is absolutely terrible right now, so I was trying to get to go for the digger signals. Okay, but Mike Doyle, welcome to the chat. But yeah, Mike Mallyman says that's better than door knocking. Yeah, if you can get those kind of permissions right there. I know a lot of people here. I know when I first started trying to door knock, I was so shy going to doors. And guys, I've had public jobs where I've interacted with people publicly for 20 years, and your job was mainly talking to people. But yet when you're not in your uniform or county, position or vehicle up there, it's still a little unnerving to walk up to some stranger's door and ask to dig holes in their yard. I mean, obviously you're asking a little politer than that and a little more than that. Troy's daughter for Christmas last year actually got him a T-shirt that says, "May I metal detect your yard?" And he actually wears that right up to people's doors and uses it as an icebreaker. Kay says she wants to contact old church property people to see if they did. Kay, that's a great idea because how do I say this politely? Churches want to be a people of the community. Churches want to be open and welcome to everybody in the community like churches are. So the vast majority of churches, I think between Troy, Dalton, and I door knocking churches, we are something like 15 out of 17. Because churches just want to be known as friendly to the community. And if you treat their property with respect, they'll let you on to do it. And I know a lot of people up north, churches all have concrete parking lots and not very much lawn. But down here in the South, especially in the rural communities, they buy a lot of land and they put the church on it and they leave the rest of the land grass and the people park on their grass lawns. So you start talking to these churches and they're like, oh yeah, when we wanted to expand the grass parking lot, we had to take down the 1890s house that was sitting there. The cats are behind me going.
Got my dog at my feet.
Down here in the South, you can get a lot of old churches that have grass, land around them that they haven't turned into cement parking lots. Our best permission down here, Dalton got us a church that's got 11 lots next to it, and most of them had 1900s houses they tore down. And, when they have an overflow day, the people just park on the grass lots. But we've pulled over a dozen silvers, including 2 $50. I got a silver chain out of Australia from the reign of King Edward around World War II. That MD Melbourne helped me identify from Australia.
That's great. I'll tell you what, I'm planning on doing some videos on research and permissions and this and that. I'm going to put out an ebook this year, but I'll give you some hints. I'll give you one of my secret tips. An exclusive for you, Rob.
I'm writing this stuff down.
No, here's a secret that not too many people utilize, but I'm telling you, it's been really effective for me. And that's the use of Facebook groups. So if you do a search in Facebook for Facebook groups, you go into the groups section and do a search for your local town or whatever town you want to target. I guarantee you there are going to be Facebook groups about, like my town is Longmont here in Colorado. So like Longmont, what's up? Or Denver, what's up? Like there's these what's up groups or these community groups, or there's these selling groups that they want to sell. They sell items almost like a Craigslist or something like that. If you go and you become a member of those groups and you just create a nice little post with a nice little image of a metal detectorist and you say, hey everyone, I'm a treasure hunter, I'm a relic hunter, and I'm looking for older properties between this date and this date, and permission to come detect on your property. I'll bring an extra detector and you're more than welcome to join me. I'll tell you what, you get a lot of responses, and then you just pick and choose which ones. You'll get a lot of responses going, hey, young kids or something. I always wanted to metal detect. Yeah, can I go with you? Can I go with you? I get a lot of that. But you'd be surprised how many people say, hey, I have a property. You're more than welcome. It was built in the 1910s. You're more than welcome to come on over and detect. And I say in the ad I post on there, I'd be willing to share everything with you and show you everything that I'm able to find. And I pulled like 10 to 12 permissions that way real easily. And I only did it once in like 5 different groups. If I would have continued to post to that group, I could continue to pull properties. I'm sure of it. I've backed off just because we've gotten busy with all these other properties that we have. But I'm telling you, it is a treasure trove of permissions that takes very little effort, and you don't have to do any door knocking. You actually have them come to you. So that's good. Because then they can evaluate it, right? They see your post, they can evaluate it in their head, think about everything they want to think about. So the ones that reach out to you are like focused targets. You know what I mean? They are like, prime estate. One lady called me. She goes, I've got a ranch. I've got a chicken ranch. I raise chickens on. It's been here forever. It's got a property next to it. I own 30 acres. Feel free to come on out. I think there used to be an old this and that on there. And it's just like, yeah, I gotta go. So
in insurance, we would call that a good lead, Ken.
That's a good lead.
That's a great idea. I have not tried that on Facebook groups yet, but I did have a guy in my my loose digging group here. We have a thing over here called My Neighbor or My Neighborhood.
There you go.
It's a community group that I get alerts on my phone. People say, "Hey, does anybody know a carpenter in this area, or does anybody know somebody can fix a washing machine?" And he goes on there and says, "Hey, I'm an amateur metal detectorist, and I'm an old amateur historian, and I love checking people's old properties and love to show you what I find if anybody's got." And he gets responses back from that My Neighborhood, just like saying on the Facebook group. So yeah, it works for him.
Yep, good. Got to do whatever you can do to find those properties and get out there and.
But yeah, we're new to tear outs. But I'm telling you, the one that Dalton and I did, it was one of my very popular videos. Like I say, when we do a tear out, I got like 5 Wheaties. One of them was 100 years old. Dalton got a couple 100-year-old Wheaties. He got a 100-year-old Indian. He got a 100-year-old barber. Barbers in our area of Florida, you find a barber, it's a pretty exciting find. They don't come up often, and I have yet to find a seeded coin. Dalton did get one on the permission I was telling you we took Troy on for this first day. Dalton got his sniper coil on his Equinox, and he pulled out that, I believe it's 1853 seeded half dime on a piece of property that had been hunted for 10 years. We had permission to do it, but one of the neighbors had said there's guys that come out there all the time on the weekends that don't ask permission from the church. But we got permission from the church, and they were like, yeah, fine, we just use it for overflow parking. And he pulls out a seated halftime. So, but yeah, like digging with Coin Boy says, tear outs are the best. They're new to us, but
they're a treasure trove. This guy wins every month the find of the month in our treasure hunting club. He shows up. He's like the best silver, best token, best coin. Like he finds so many things. And when he comes up to tell whoever wins at the end of the meeting, they come up and they tell who the winners are. Who everyone voted for. The membership votes for him. And he comes up to tell a story. And I'm telling you, it's almost a joke. Tony and I will look at each other and be like, well, I was on this tear out because we know what's coming, and he just that's all he does is it seems like is just tear out after tear out and just finds the goods. How my
club does it, Mike? We have a detectors of the month. We have 9 categories for our finds. We have best coin, most clad coins, best piece of single jewelry, best jewelry group, best relic group, and usually I'll win the best relic or best relic group. And people are like, where do you find all these relics? And I'm like, you got to door knock and go on old properties. And then now since Troy started doing it, he wins that. I'll tell you the category Troy wins all the time is either best silver or best silver group, because that guy, he's like Dalton. They can Zeus. He's chasing Athena, and she's.
You having pet problems there, Rob?
Yeah, we have a cat we call Thugman. This white one right here. His name is Thugman because he picks on his little sister.
Oh, I know that cat. Didn't know his name, but I know that cat.
His real name is Zeus, but we just call him Thugman.
The Thugman.
He's got lots of names depending on the mood we're in.
That's funny.
Knox says he reads obituaries looking for new permission.
Did you see that?
He is so bad.
That's funny.
My God.
Well, hey, look, Rob, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get off here, let somebody else come on. I just wanted to come on real quick, say hello to you.
Thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning.
Sure
everybody, Mr. Ken from DK from Adventures in Dirt and the Weekly Dirt. Guys, I know nobody here misses his show, but he's got one of the best shows on YouTube for metal detecting. Is a great ambassador for our hobby and exposes channels all across the world with some of their great finds.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. Appreciate that.
That's it. Well, I've been humbled and privileged enough to have two of my finds featured on your show. Pat just told me about a new section of YouTube, your YouTube page that's called the community section.
Yeah.
And him and Deej were telling me about that. So I put the gold medallion, the Freemasons medallion on there. And I'm telling you, just putting the picture of that on the community section, wow, has that gotten such feedback.
Right.
And so you were nice enough to feature that in an episode that had, you made that a Freemasons episode of all the different Freemasons finds.
That's still one of my more popular videos. That still gets views to this day. It's one of my top 10. I'd say one of my top 10 videos is that Masons, that Freemasons, that medallion. Yeah, what's funny is that through me featuring you on there, and I know that I'm also into genealogy research.
Yep.
And I was able to do that for you on that medallion and help you out, give you some additional information.
Yep. And I'm still planning on doing a video on that because people have asked me why I didn't turn that into the guy's family. And
Yeah.
I say to people, I said, well, listen, Mr. Ken from the Weekly Dirt is, belongs to the genealogy. And I said, he traced the guy's roots all the way back to the late 1800s in England.
Right.
And the guy's got no remaining family. And the homeowner that where we found the item, she had bought the house from his estate. And she explained to me when they were little girls, they would go over to the guy's property and pick oranges off his property, and that they knew he had passed away and his wife had passed away and that they had no children. So she was able to confirm locally what you had found out through your genealogy research.
So I'm telling you, there's nothing more exciting for me. I enjoy that as a hobby, just genealogy research. And whenever I can help reconnect and reunite people that have lost touch, like, not only your medallion, but I've helped numerous other YouTubers out there with items that they've found that have had names on them. I've done that numerous times for different channels already to help them out in that research. So anybody out there, if you find something with a name on it or something that you want to try to find surviving family members, let me know. I'd be willing to help you with that. No problem. I know Kevin over at Potter County Diggers found some dog tags, and we were able to do the research and find out the surviving daughter of the man who served our country in World War II. And we were able to reunite her with the dog tags that were found, in Pennsylvania, that she had no idea how they got there. But it was cool to be able to reunite her with a piece that came from her father that she had lost years and years and years ago. So not only that, but numerous other things. Matter of fact, just on one of our properties, we were hunting just recently, real quick, and then I'll get out of here. The landowner came out and said, you guys really are into history like I'm into history. You want to see something cool? And we're like, yeah, And so she took us out on her property in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we're talking rolling prairies of just nothingness. And she took us out in the middle of this field and showed us this grave marker that had this captain from the U.S. Civil War and his name and his birth year and his death year. And he was a captain. Well, that started me on my search. And as I searched, I feel like this guy's family to me now because I know so much about this guy. I mean, I know like when he went in as a private, who he enlisted with in Illinois, the Illinois Volunteers there, what regiment he was in. He was wounded at the shot in the hip, wounded at the Battle of Stones River. He was taken prisoner. He was in Andersonville prison. He got out, promoted to sergeant, first lieutenant to captain, and then he ended up dying here in Colorado. Well, when I found all the family pages on Ancestry.com and on findagrave.com, where you have a lot of information about people, everyone knew he died somewhere in Douglas County, Colorado, but no one knew exactly where. Like the burial site was completely unknown. And so I was able to send some of these family members pictures of his grave, but the landowner did request that I don't release the exact location. But I was able to give them a more generalized or more localized area without giving them exact location, and give them a picture of the grave site. And there's nice stones, like somebody really treated it nice and with respect. And so not only learning about this guy and his incredible story of serving our nation in the Civil War and, the wounds he suffered and eventually succumbed to, but, being able to take the surviving members and tie the story up for them and end it. It meant a lot to me. And it all started with this landowner who just wanted to share the history and show us something cool, thinking we would appreciate it. And
that is cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Somebody asked me the other day, I don't know if my sister called me up, and she says, have you ever found anything with anybody's name that you can trace down? And besides the gold medallion, I have never found another relic or artifact that's got anybody's, like we all find a class ring with initials on it, but I've never found a ring with somebody's name that I could start doing the research to return to them. So yeah, no, I've never, besides the gold medallion with the guy's name on it in his lodge, and his lodge has been absorbed by another lodge. So that lodge, and I've gone back and did the research on the lodge, and I've tried to find the guy's name in the history of the lodge, and I haven't been able to do that. So maybe they have a different set of books that I can't see, but I do want to do a follow-up video on that, Ken, because a lot of people ask me, and I definitely am going to show the genealogy work that you did and give you the credit for that, because I will probably do a best of 2020, and that will be my number one. On my countdown, that'll obviously be the number one. So
It was an amazing find, man. Congratulations on finding that.
thank you.
You know,
Yeah, that'll probably be as close as I ever get to a gold coin. So
you had that experience. You saw that gold. I did the same thing. I had this. I found everyone asked me, Ken, have you ever found a gold coin? And I kind of say, well, yeah, I did. I had that experience. Didn't turn out to be a real gold coin, but it was this little. I was digging. I had this new farm permission. I'd gotten the permission, 300 acres of this abandoned farm permission. Told Tony about it. Him and I really didn't even have time to go out there and hit it. We were on one of his hunts on one of his permissions, and we were exhausted and heading home. And I called him real quick and said, hey, I'm going to pop over to that new farm permission of mine and just do some cherry picking real quick. I'm just going to go hit across the top and see what's going on and see what I can do some culturing. Right. So I pulled back this plug at this signal, pulled back this plug, and this gold coin staring me in the face. And I pull it up and I'm just shaking, you're just shaking. And I'm looking at it. And it's got an eagle on one side. I turn it over. It's got Spanish writing on it. So I didn't know if I had Spanish gold or what I had in my hand. I'd never seen anything like it. And it's just gleaming in the sun. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So I'm trying to call him. I said, I just found a gold coin. And he's like, I'm pulling over. You know what I mean? So I'm doing research on my phone out there. I finally found one word in Spanish, recuerdo or something like that. And I Googled it. Turned out, I guess in the Mexican Catholic tradition, a lot of times they do these matrimonial coins. They call them arras. And they give 13 of these coins from the groom to the bride, almost like a dowry. And a lot of times they're plated. And that's what I'd found, a plated gold matrimonial token. But it was cool because I'd never heard anything like it. I'd never knew anything about it. And I had done the research, and now I knew something about it. But yeah, as I brushed it with my toothbrush with some water in the field, little flakes came off. I started seeing silver shine through it. I was like, oh, man.
Dalton and I were doing a 1900s house that we called the Pink House. It was this huge 3-story pink 1900s, like 1903 house on this big corner lot. The guy gave us permission, and we weren't finding a lot. I think somebody had hit it. We never found any silver, but in the backyard, I found this huge gold coin. I mean, it was this massive gold coin, and it was thick. It was like twice as thick as a silver dollar. And I screamed for Dalton. I was like, man, I'm a millionaire. I hit it big time. And it was Spanish. I'm sorry, it was Mexican. And I was like, man, this has got to be. And then we actually had like a Mexican Cuban deli down the street from where we were hunting, and we took it into them, and they were like, "Oh, that's like a 100. It was a 100 peso coin," and they were like, "Yeah, it's made out of brass. It's not gold." And we discontinued those, and I looked them up, and they were worth like $5 on eBay, and I had thought I'd hit it big time, and it wasn't even gold. It was brass, and it wasn't. I couldn't even like trade it in like for like 100 pesos equaling like $70. I couldn't like take it to the airport money exchange and get like big monies. It was out of use anymore, and it was like $5 novelty coin now. So
yeah, but I just saw Official Gold Digger ask me if I had a script for my Facebook groups, and I do. I've refined them and refound them, and then I go now with the one that has gotten me the most results in the past. So I do have that. If you want to get a hold of me, I'd be willing to share that with you if it's something you're interested in. So you can do DK or Ken, either one, at adventuresindirt.com is my email address. If you want to send me an email, if you know me on Facebook or you connect with me on Facebook, you can message me through there too. I'd be willing to share that with you, no problem. But hey, I'm going to get off here, Rob. I got some other things to get done today. We got some my wife's sister's coming over to visit.
Spend so much of your Sunday morning with us. I greatly appreciate that, man. That's great. You've had some fantastic advice.
Yeah, it's fun.
All over the place. You want to absorb everything here. You want to learn everything you can because it just helps you in your research and getting these properties. So
right. I just want to tell everyone out there, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. 2021 hopefully will be a good one for you. Can't get much worse, right? So
that's right. We don't want it to get any worse. That's for sure.
That's right. That's right. Everyone, have yourself a good week. Rest of the weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll talk to you later.
All right. So we'll see you Weekly Dirt on back next week.
That's right.
All right.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks so much for joining us. All right.
Good talking to you, man. Bye-bye.
Wow, guys. Mr. Ken, DK from Adventures in Dirt. Reed said, "Hey DK." Reed just came in. Welcome, Reed's Art of Adventure. Wow, that was some great information, guys. That was so great for Ken to stop by. Yeah, Reed, he had so much information, but he was talking about how it's getting so cold out his area to dig too. And I know you were saying in the Zoom meeting Wednesday, Reed, it's getting frozen in your area out there and in the West too to find. And Official Gold Digger asked Ken if he has a written script, and Ken says he has refined his pitch over time. I know something that Dalton and I use. We try to use the word history. We're trying to find history, folks. If people think you're not there just to take or steal all your gold or silver coins, and if you're there for the historical aspect, I let people know that if we find something related to their house, maybe some escutcheon or something that's come from their house. Like the last guy that I did the solo hunt, I found the skeleton key in his front yard, and he took it from me, went upstairs to his. He says all our second floor doors are still the original doors with the crystal doorknobs, and he tried that skeleton key in all his upstairs doors, guys, and that skeleton key fit all his upstairs doors. And when he came down, he says, "Man, this fits all my upstairs doors." I said, "You're more than welcome to have it." He goes, "Nah, I'm not really into collector stuff like that. But it is cool to know that something you found here is related to my house." But he didn't want it, guys, and he let me keep it. It was only my third skeleton key. But stories like that just go so much more to your metal detecting. So it's 77 here in Texas. Are you freaking serious, traveling detector? Wow, you've got to be right below that cold front then. Wow, yeah. Cynthia says, "Lucky Tim," no doubt. Wow, I don't know too many places in the country that are 77. We're not 77 here in Florida. We're probably going to get in the 50s today. Well, thank you, Corey. Welcome, Corey. Yeah, I've only found 3 skeleton keys in my entire metal detecting career, and the last one, actually, all 3 belong to the house that I was detecting. My first one was off a 1918 house, and they said they still had the skeleton key door locks on their interior. And that big, huge honker that I found off of Troy's great aunt's house, she said that probably went to the house that was there that burnt down on their property. So I'm trying to write traveling detector's name down as Tim because I'm trying to match up names with channel names. Dirt Diggers UK, welcome, Dirt Diggers UK. We're now even more international. Mike Doyle says 39 here in Vancouver, Washington. Well, we're not quite as cold as you, Mike. We're in the low 40s here this morning. It's going to get up to the probably high 50s. Reed says we might get up to 35. That's not going to thaw your ground out, Reed. Ron Just Digging Life says he's never pulled a skeleton key. I never thought I'd find one here in Florida, and I've got 3 now, and I'm just ecstatic about that. Mike says he's Mike. Thanks, Mike. You guys are really hilarious. Oh, Corey, you got to do a door knock, buddy. That's when your metal detecting finds will just get so interesting. Well, it's good to know that Dirt Digger UK knows some folks here. He knows Cynthia. Everybody's saying hi to him. Wow, guys, we had a great guest this morning with DK. I hadn't even thought about calling him yet because he's such a big channel name. I didn't want to ask him if he'd come onto my little stream. And guys, he saw me live and just popped in and said hi. And he spent over half an hour with us on the screen. That is just awesome. Cynthia says skeleton key, top of her bucket list. It was for me too, Cynthia. It's one of my favorite relics to find. I average maybe 1 a year. And I know you guys up north find these canning jar lids and the porcelains like we find Wheaties down here, but Pat just got a complete ball canning bar lid the other day with the porcelain intact. That's a great find down here in Florida. Yeah, Kay, we know you're in incognito. Still want to find a pocket watch. Corey, I found the backs of them and the face and the main body of them, but I have not found one yet with a face on it and the arms. But my buddy Dalton did on our street sidewalk tear out. He found a complete pocket watch with the glass and the hand still on it. Ray Gonzalez, welcome. Good morning. Kay says she's found an old jewelry box or grandfather clock door key, but no skeleton key yet. Kay, I've only got one old clock winding key too, and I thought that was another great find too. Off the same 1916 property I was talking about where Dalton got his largie, his Canadian largie, on one of my return trips there by myself, I got a little clock winding key. Ron just digging life says he thinks a skeleton key is my new white whale. I don't have a white whale coin right now, guys, but I did for 16 months. My white whale was a George Washington silver quarter. I found one with my first machine, and I went 16 months without finding another silver quarter until I finally found one with my new machine. And then in the course of 3 months, I found 3 more. So that wiped that white whale off. And I guess my number one top priority right now for a bucket lister is my first 1890 silver or my first seeded coin. I've got a 1900 Barber, but man, I just can't break into that 1890s for silver yet. Ray says he just found skeletons in his closet. You guys have some great comments. Oh, and Kay says she's got an aluminum thimble. Congratulations, Kay. There's some pretty long-time detectorists that visit this channel that have said they haven't found, mainly Martin from Randolph Relic Recovery. Every time I find a thimble, he gets upset with me, guys, because he's never found a thimble yet. So congratulations, Kay. A thimble's a great find. Ron says, same here. He got his first silver quarter just 3 weeks ago after 2 years. Yep, I went 16 months, Ron, without finding between my first one and then finally finding my second one. So probably my white coin right now, my white whale coin is a Barber. I haven't found a Barber since Florida Hunt 6 of February of this year. So I've gone 11 months now, without finding a Barber. Oh, very cool, Kay. Yeah, there's probably more of a chance, Kay, of finding an old thimble on older ground like they have up there in the northeast corner. Simon found a beautiful copper thimble that wasn't an advertising thimble. It actually was a copper darning thimble. Came out of the ground absolutely beautiful being copper. And that was a wonderful find from Simon hunting with us. Kay, it took me a long time to find my first silver quarter. I had several silver dimes and buffaloes before I ever got a silver quarter. Mike, no, I have, or Mike Doyle, have I watched Wild Wild Country yet? No, let me write them down right now. I will go check them out and give them a sub. Ray says he's found one Rosie in a year. That was the first silver dime I ever found, was a Rosie, a 62 Rosie. And it took me 11 months and a week, almost a year of metal detecting before I found my first silver. And I found it on the common area of a school, a high school, that I wasn't even supposed to be at that day. I was going to go do a park, but my sister called, needed me to stop at her house to get something from her house to send to her on vacation. They were snowed in Buffalo, and she asked me to send her some money. So she called me up and told me where her hidey hole was for some money. So I went and got that and Western Union the money to her. So I was in a different part of town than the park I was going to go to. So I said, well, let me just stop at this old high school here that was built in the 60s. And boom, got my first Rosie silver dime ever. Cynthia said she's found 2 silver rings, but no silver coins. Hey, local parks, county parks, city parks are a great place to find silver rings. In almost every park here in our county, I have found either a silver ring, a silver earring, a necklace charm. Wild Wild Country is a Netflix show about the Rajneesh. Oh, okay. Netflix channel. I'll have to check that out, Mike. Reed says since he's moved to Nevada, the only silver coins he's finding are dimes. Wow, that surprises me, Reed. You're out there in the area where people carried silver half dollars and silver dollars and gold coins. Kay says her first silver dime was her 29 Merc the day after finding my first silver, being a 43 war nickel. Congratulations, Kay. That is awesome. I obviously, one of my top bucket lists for finding silver, besides finding 1890 silver, is I want to find a silver dollar, guys. This is one I won from my club raffle. This beautiful Morgan here. I won that at my club raffle at our November meeting. But man, I would love to find a silver dollar. Troy's found one, and my club president Howard, Epic Adventures in Paradise. I was with him when he found his one and only, and boy, was that exciting seeing that coming out of the ground. Wow. It's funny, two guys in our club both found silver peace dollars within 6 weeks of each other. There is gold and silver in your local park. Ron, I completely agree with that. My first gold ring, well, which was my only gold ring until I started beach hunting, but my only gold that I'd found in 2 years was a gold ring I found in a local inner city park next to the basketball court. And that was my only ring for like a year and a half. Only gold ring. And then I started doing some beach hunting, and I found a few gold rings on the beach. You know, not like 7 or 10 a day like some person does, but you know, my second Merc was barely under the hard dirt, was in a school spot next to the parking area. Yeah, and it's funny, guys. In my A to Z metal detecting or door knocking that I want to do, video I want to do, I talk about don't be prejudiced against the ground. And what I mean by that is when I'm doing a grassy parking lot area, a lot of times where the cars pull out and in, it'll be kind of hard packed and the grass will be worn away from all the cars there. And it'll look like a hard packed dirt parking lot like Kay's talking about. And guys, I have a discrimination against doing that. I sometimes don't like doing that because the dirt's hard packed, or you know, you think of it as a parking lot, not as a ground that a house might have been sitting on 120 years ago. But when Pat pulled his silver Mason's belt buckle out of the hard dirt of the parking area where they used as a driveway, and then within 10 feet of him, I pulled a barber out. You learn not to try. You have to get it out of your head to discriminate that ground. Sometimes when I'm hunting an area, I go, oh, I don't want to go over there. That looks like a hard packed parking lot. Well, you're just shortchanging yourself. Oh, that's what it's about. The cult that tried to take over Oregon in the 80s. Okay. All right, Mike. I remember hearing about that. I did watch part of that. Cynthia says her poor old city park doesn't even want to give up pennies anymore since she's hit it so hard. Oh yeah, Reed. There you go. It's okay. I did find an 1892 barber dime not long ago. Yep. See, that's number one on my bucket list there, Reed. 1890 silver dime. I could live without finding any other silver coins if I could get me 1890s barbers all day long. Kay says she's been in the hobby 15 months. I've been very lucky, though. I haven't found any silver since June. Yeah, I'm kind of on a silver cold streak too, Kay. My last silver coin I found was the silver war nickel on the solo hunt I did at the end of November, and that was my only silver coin in November. Dalton and Troy were out there digging up silver like they were Wheaties. Kay says she can't wait until the new year so she can get out hunting again. And no one expects me somewhere else. There you go, Kay. And Corey the treasure hunter says curb strips. Absolutely, guys. Work them curb strips. Tommy from River Styx called me yesterday and asked me if I, was familiar with curb strips because he's seen them in some of mine and Troy's videos. And I know around here we can do them, but apparently they checked the city ordinance up there, and they're on the way up to St. Augustine today, guys, which is obviously the oldest city in the United States. I've been there once on vacation. Pretty town. Denise and I spent a weekend up there once, but apparently they are very protective of their of their past and preserving the history of their town, and they do not allow you to metal detect on any public property, including herb strips. Reed says all his gold has been in parks. Ray says he's found 2 gold rings in 2 parks a week apart. Wow, that would be phenomenal. I only have 1 gold ring in all the parks I've ever checked. My other gold ring, not on the beach, came on an old property that I dug up an old men's wedding band. And then my only other gold I have on old permissions is a small class pin. Like instead of getting a class ring, the girls would get a little class pin that went on their blouse, and it was from a local high school. That it was gold. It was 10K gold on the back. It was a tiny little thing, like that big. So yeah, most of mine, over half of mine, has been found on the beach. But any. See, and Reed says he loves digging parking lots. That's something I got to teach myself to do, Reed. It was a shock. Yeah, Ray, I guess so. Well, good for you, Ron. Heading to his local favorite park. It's been closed since COVID, and they're just starting to open it. Congratulations, Ron. I hope you find something good, because obviously nobody else has been digging there. Kay, you're going to be doing a Scotland trip? Oh my gosh, Kay, that is so wonderful. I wish I could join you on that. Oh, that's right, Mike. You were telling us about that on another stream. That's right, Mike. That's right. You did tell us that, Mike. I remember that now. You were telling us that a couple weeks ago, Mike. And there's a good question, Cynthia. Why are you thinking of changing your trip from Scotland to England? Because England has more relics than Scotland does. Crazy but true. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. Ron, my point exactly. Exactly. You talk to all these cities and say, we don't want you digging our stuff up. I'm like, well, it's just going to disintegrate in the ground, and then it's lost forever. How can you preserve history when you can't save it from the dirt? That is exactly right, Ron. And that is the logic you have to use with some of these city people sometimes. Like that city that Dalton and I hunted that allowed metal detecting. They just don't allow you to disturb the dirt. Most asinine thing I've ever heard of. Same thing when I went up to Ohio with Denise once on a trip with her family to go back and see family in Ohio. Her uncle took me out to a park, and they came over and said, "You can metal detect the ground, guys, but you can't dig any holes." What the hell is that? Am I out here looking for surface coins? And then in the county next to theirs, their county was, "Oh, you can metal detect our parks all you want, and then before you leave, you got to contact the ranger and give him all your fines." Yeah, I'll spend my day out here doing my favorite hobby and finding all this change and jewelry and everything, and then I'll just hand it to you. Yeah, thanks. Just some of the most asinine things I'd ever heard of. But Ron is exactly right. How can you preserve history when you can't get it out of the ground? Yeah, be prepared to find lots of lead. That's true. Yeah, Mike, I remember you telling us that, Mike. I will have to check that out. Yep, even Kay digs with. I mean, I think all of us agreed. Official gold digger, gold and silver rings, chains, bracelets from parks and beaches. Yep, I've gotten silver chains with silver medallions on them, or silver, what do you call it, charms on them from county parks. My one gold ring I found was in a city park. But I get little silver necklaces. I've gotten toe rings, uh, earrings, lots of what did I say? Silver necklace. I'm pointing at my ear, going silver necklace, silver earrings. There's lots of silver jewelry out there that can be found that's not rings. we had a metal detectorist, a master metal detectorist, come into our club meeting one time and said, make sure you check your volleyball courts, because people are playing volleyball. If they've got a tight bracelet on and they go to spike the ball or hit the ball and they flex their wrist, it can pop that thing off. He says you can find a lot of micro jewelry on volleyball fields. So whenever I'm doing a beach, guys, or a park that's got a volleyball net, I always make sure I check the grounds of the volleyball court. Me?
Yeah.
Why, you want me to get off?
Yeah. We can't hear TV because you're out your ear.
All right. Reed says he doesn't know what happened. He started a YouTube channel and he hasn't dug gold or big silver since the curse of YouTube. Oh. Yep, Kay, idiotic for sure is right. Corey, the treasure hunter, says it sounds like a policy of the bank. You got that right. I was at a park that said you can only use an ice pick to dig. Oh, I'm telling you, I wish they would let us do that. Some of the parks here, Mike, that says you can't disturb the ground at all. I'd love to be able to just put that, like you say, an ice pick or a probe in there and find the coin, even if you have to pull it out with a pair of those really long nosed pliers so you're not disturbing the ground. Cynthia says she wants a Civil War bullet. You and I both, Cynthia. I would love to find a three-ringer from the Civil War. All right, guys. Mike says he's got to go. He's going live. So Miss Denise is asking me to wrap up this stream because we've got a lot to get done today. So why don't we go ahead and wrap this up? Ms. Kay's heading over to see Mike because he's doing some giveaways today. So we'll let you guys all go and head over to Mike's stream. And that's right, official gold digger. When they sweat, the rings go flying too. Dirt Diggers UK says it's been a pleasure. Thank you. And I have the wonderful rest of the year, everybody, from Scott. See, like I say, I'm writing names down to put names of channels. So, guys, thank you very much. Mel, thanks for hanging in there with us. I appreciate hanging out with us this morning, Melanie. And everybody head over to see Mike's channel, Mallyman24, and get on his live stream. Bye, Rob, and everybody else. Thank you, Javier. So, guys, we'll see you next Sunday morning. And for you folks that want to join the Zoom on Pat's Zoom Wednesday nights, 7 p.m., go to Pat's channel, Park Rat Metal Detecting. He has his phone number for the Zoom. We had 20 people there last week, guys. We had a great Zoom meeting. Everybody's face gets put up so we can see everybody we're talking with. So come over to Pat's Zoom on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. All right, guys, we'll see you folks there, and we'll see you back here next Sunday. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it being here.